Is there a flag on the play? I don't see one. 15, 10, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Touchdown! Tennessee scored!
Yeah, the sun's burning fog off the Tennessee. The Vawl Navy's making waves and it's orange they bleed. Vawl Nation's tailgating and they're raring to go. Yeah, when Neyland gets to rocking, it's a hell of a show.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 27 of the Vawls Deep Podcast. Our Tennessee Volunteers have finished the regular season 8-4 with a win over Vanderbilt. Definitely not the season we wanted, expected, or predicted, but it is what it is.
It's the season we got, Luke. Yeah, at least we ended it on a high note, taking care of our little brothers from Middle Tennessee.
We've definitely seen much worse teams through the years. As always, we're coming to you live tonight from the Vawl Cave. We're live on just about every platform possible. Share this out for us. Give us some likes if you don't care. Thank you all for listening and for your support. For those of you that can't watch the entire show tonight, it will be uploaded on all podcast platforms after it airs live. We're going to talk about Tennessee football team, hit the Tennessee basketball team, both men and women, of course. Just everything you can think about regarding Tennessee athletics. We're going to grade position groups from Tennessee's last performance. We're going to go over General Neyland's game maxims. Did Tennessee cover all Neyland's maxims versus Vanderbilt? We're going to talk about bowl projections for our Vawls. Where do we believe Tennessee will be here in a couple weeks?
Hopefully warm.
Hopefully warm. I want to go to Memphis.
Yeah, I want to go warmer.
Memphis, Graceland. Where you want to go, Corbin?
Just a good bowl game's all I want.
Further south, the better.
It's almost transfer portal time as well. The drama will be unfolding really fast, really soon. December 3rd, I believe, is when it opens up.
Yeah, lost one today, I believe.
Who today?
Oh, Warren Burrell entered the transfer portal. Seen that news about an hour ago.
I didn't know he could even come back.
He's got 1 year left. He's a graduate.
He didn't play much.
No, not much, but still a loss in our defensive backfield. So
He played a lot years prior, but he didn't play a lot this year.
played in 31 games for Tennessee, and if he does enter the portal and goes somewhere else, we wish him the best. He's got 1 year to raise his NFL draft stock, so it's what graduate transfers are for.
Is your boy Small up for? That was being talked about, wasn't it?
I'm pretty sure he can come. He can
come back, absolutely.
They was talking Dylan Sampson.
Oh, it's Dylan Sampson.
They was talking Dylan, and I'll be very upset if it's Dylan Sampson. Spanky's not here yet.
He might be coming. He might not be.
You never know.
He's a man with a million things to do.
I did see where that they expect the transfer portal to be like 17% higher, entries than last year.
All these kids are in the transfer portal and don't end up anywhere. They end up lost in the shuffle and nowhere to go. And we hate to see that for anybody, but it's a decision that they make. So, truth be told, Josh Heupel's got a lot of decisions to make for these 17, 18 seniors that can come back. Managing a roster of 85 is going to be difficult. You got so many coming in and so many going out, and those numbers can be thrown off very easily.
It definitely makes things interesting, that's for sure. But this is the new day and age of college football. I mean, each year it's just going to get higher and higher with that transfer portal percentage number.
Yep. Miranda says, "Hey y'all, thank you for tuning in again, Miranda."
Hey Miranda, thank you and congratulations on the new baby.
Yeah, congratulations.
New baby. Austin Howard says, "Vawls Deep Podcast was my fourth most played podcast this year on Spotify."
Nice.
Awesome, buddy. Appreciate
Thanks
it.
for giving us comedy, real talk every week. Let's have a big bowl game. Somewhere warm, no excuses.
Next year we'll be number one on Spotify. How's that sound, buddy?
I hope so. Yeah, when did we start?
Well, we're week 28 now, so
that's too much math.
we're about 7 months in.
7, yeah. 7.
See how quick I done that?
Yeah. Send us your screenshots,
Except
people.
Waltberg education there.
Take screenshots and send them to us. Show off that you've been listening to the Vawls Deep Podcast.
Josh Jackson said, "I'd love to see Wright come back and Sampson stay." Yeah, 100% agree.
Be incredible.
I think Wright will come back. I've seen a projection on him go maybe 12th or 13th running back overall or something.
Really,
so,
that's crazy. As good and fresh as he should be.
Yeah, I would like to see that. We have this week's game predictions coming up with the giveaways as well. Spur, who won last week's prediction giveaway?
That Premier Excavation guy again, Travis Duncan,
He's
for the
good.
second time this year. This week he went 10-0, so he's the only perfect pick of the week.
He's went like 9-1 twice as well.
Yep.
So
He's good. He's almost better than me.
I'm gonna have to get him to start sending me them picks before I make mine.
Taking to Vegas, get him on FanDuel.
I need him on DraftKings,
Not sponsored.
FanDuel, everything. I'm going to start calling him every day.
So congratulations, Travis Duncan. You're going to win a gift card, baseball and football cards, and some decals. And we'll do another giveaway with Pick'ems tonight. Speaking of predictions, the current football Pick'em standings go as follows. In first place, we have Corbin. He's 81-41 overall. I'm in second place. I'm 78-49 overall. We have a tie for third between Spanky and Spur, and they're both at 77-45. Or
That
48,
made
my
no
bad,
sense.
48,
Yeah.
yeah.
So we're one game behind you, right?
Yep, one game behind me, and then I'm 3 behind Corbin. So we're tight.
So I got to ask a question. Are we going to do the bowl spectacular pick'em? Will we pick every single bowl game?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Let's do
Oh,
it.
yeah, that sounds pretty fun.
That's when Corbin's going to go down. He's going to lead all year, and then that's when he's going to go
It
down.
ain't happening.
I went 5-5 we had to skip last week because of Thanksgiving. But week prior, I went 5-5, so I have to dip into the cup of misfortune tonight. Let's go over what we've all got to do. Hopefully, we got them all right here so far. So the cup of misfortune, whoever loses the pick'em, they have to draw. Be a door greeter at McDonald's for 30 minutes. That was mine. I
That's
believe.
you.
So walk backwards in the store and check out with something.
That'd be me.
Spur. The Waffle House Challenge, which is Corbin. I'll not forget that one. He's got to spend 24 hours at Waffle House. For every waffle he eats, he knocks off an hour of time.
I can do it in under 10.
That's 15 waffles.
That's 15 waffles.
We'll see.
And then Spanky got purchased a candle, Vaseline, cucumber, whipped cream, and a condom from a store and not a self-checkout. So that is the one I'm looking forward to. Dye hair orange for a game temporarily. That'd
be
Spur.
me. We're doing that in Florida, hopefully in a few weeks.
Embarrassing social media post.
I guess
picked
what?
by
That's
the panel.
That's me too.
That is also Spur.
What was that last one?
Embarrassing social media post picked by us three.
Yeah, we've already discussed what that's going to be, and yeah. I apologize in advance.
I think this one might record yourself painting your toes and fingernails.
That is
orange.
you.
I thought it was. I'm gonna trade somebody. And then Spanky has to send a Christmas card to someone that he hates.
He needs to do that like now.
Yeah, because we said we was gonna do that in like October.
Yeah, and it's
Just
now
make
it's
it
now
funny.
Christmas time now.
He's
So
scared. He's scared.
I know who's getting it though. I know who's getting it.
you know, I believe we need to ante up just a little bit here on this bowl pick'em. I think that we need to do the ultimate cup of shame, where each of us panelists write our own punishment, and the loser overall has to draw one of our punishments that we've chosen. Yeah.
That would be pretty cool. That would be cool. I don't even know how many is left in there. Tennessee Life on YouTube says go Vawls. We have start bench cut tonight. We have Florida, Alabama, Georgia, or other. And, of course, we have the duel. Hopefully Spanky's not scared of the duel. That's probably what it is.
He's down there training for that December 2nd show that he's got here in Cofield.
Probably. Who will win the championship belt tonight? It is listener voted, so stick around, vote in the comments. You don't want to miss
Speaking
this
of which,
entertainment.
where the hell is my belt at, Corbin?
It's right over here next to me.
Well, it's my belt. What are you doing
The
with
world
it?
champ.
Corbin took it with him for a little bit.
He ran off with it and
I
then
never-
didn't show up last week.
I never lost the championship. I'm still the undisputed champion over here.
Undisputed my ass.
Troy Bannister says, is he going to send a Christmas card to Urban Meyer?
If we had Urban's dadgum address, we might send him one.
That would be pretty funny. I think I'm missing any comments here. Hope not, but we'll hit them if we did. We'll be right back. Hey, what's up, y'all? It's the Vawl Daddy. I want to give a big shout out to the Fairview Union. great musicians, local people. Chad's from my hometown. They were gracious enough to let us use their music for our podcast. Make sure you check them out. They're huge Tennessee fans. You won't be disappointed. Let's hear them play.
Man, you won't believe that roar when the boys find the checkerboard. The big orange is back. It's a fact. Volunteers, where you at? Get loud, staying proud. Send a message to the crowd. Y'all better get used to the fact. The big orange is back on track. Coach Hyper, where you at? Getting it done, having fun. Power team number one. Y'all better get used to the fact. The big orange is back.
All right, we're back. Welcome back to episode 27, the Vawls Deep podcast, coming to you live on Facebook and YouTube. Both of our Facebook pages, mine and the Vawls Deep page. Tennessee whoops Vandy 48-24, solid beatdown. What are your overall thoughts on Tennessee's performance versus Vanderbilt?
You know, I wasn't too excited early on in the game. I thought that we come out, especially on defense, a little slow. Had me a little bit worried. You know, Joe Milton looked great. Offense was clicking on all cylinders. You put up 45 points. It's a comfortable win, but at the same time, I don't know. It was just seemed like a lackluster game to me, except for the shenanigans in the middle.
Yeah, they worried me at the start there. Right there at the beginning, I was like, daggum, don't do this to me.
Yeah.
But Joe did play great, like you said. I think it was probably his best performance all season, honestly. Had 4 passing touchdowns, 2 rushing touchdowns. I mean, almost 400 yards passing. Had a hell of a game. But, you know, I think we should have played better. But then again, the way the past few weeks has been, I'll take this win any day.
You know, truth be told, those that extracurricular stuff right there in the second quarter may have been the spark we needed to get through that game, because we played uninspired, especially on defense, for quite a while.
We did.
After that, though, it was a back to Tennessee football, and we won comfortably. There was never any doubt in the game once we scored a couple of touchdowns. So I'll take the win. Anytime you can beat little brother there in Middle Tennessee, it's a good thing. So sucks to be you, Candy.
Yeah, like Corbin mentioned with, you know, Joe playing good, I wish we'd seen some of that play calling all season long.
Oh, no doubt.
I think we should have held them to about 10 points. But just solid. We done what we should have done. Let's go over some offensive stats. Tennessee ran the ball as a team 32 times for 168 yards. Jalen Wright had 11 carries for 75 yards. Also give him a shout-out for topping the 1,000-yard mark. That is huge.
It is, especially with limited touches.
Let's see. Then Dylan Sampson had 10 carries for 37 yards. Jabari Small, 4 carries for 30 yards. Nico had 2 carries for 15 yards. He's hard to take down, by the way.
Yes.
Joe had 5 carries for 11 yards and 2 touchdowns. Solid day on the ground for Tennessee's rushing offense.
It was a solid day all the way around for Tennessee's offense. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Tennessee controlled the ball and ran the ball and threw the ball very well.
I'm a little indifferent. I think we could have run the ball a little bit better against Vanderbilt. Honestly.
Didn't have to.
Didn't have to, but...
Well, Tennessee threw the air 31 to 47 total, 449 yards as a whole with 4 touchdowns. Joe Milton was 22 of 33 with 383 yards and 4 touchdowns. Nico was 9 for 12, 66 yards, and Gaston Moore was over 2. I thought the passing game was solid. Like I said, I want to see more of that aggressive play call.
It was almost as if Coach Heupel just said, all right, turn it loose.
Yeah.
Well, that's the first time Joe's thrown that many passes in a game, well, in 3 quarters that I can remember.
Yeah, it's the little swings and the screens and
47 throws in one game, that's quite a few.
Yeah, and
between the 2 quarterbacks.
And then Nico coming in, and he was, 9 for 12?
Yeah.
So, about 72 yards. That's a good performance for Nico.
For sure. Let's go over the receivers. Ramel Keaton had 4 catches for 122 yards and 2 touchdowns. Squirrel White, 10 catches for 110 yards. Jacob Warren, 3 catches for 82 yards and a touchdown. Glad to see him get a touchdown on senior day. And Callan Castles, 3 catches, 47 yards and a touchdown. Chaz Nimrod, 4 catches for 37 yards. And Caleb Webb, 3 catches for 22 yards. Great day.
Yeah, sure was. Spread the ball around. 2 receivers over 100 yards. Had a tight end go over 80 yards. It's a good day. Good day through the air for Tennessee.
Fantastic day. I mean, we had 9 players catching balls out there, so and put up the receiving yard numbers we did. That's a hell of a day.
Yeah, we says a whole lot about Vanderbilt's defense as well, though.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it's Vanderbilt. Hey, it's okay. You're going to work for us someday. That's the only thing they can say.
Have a good baseball team.
Zachary Bunch says, "Go Vols by God with the W." He says, "At least we get revenge. At least we get revenge on North Carolina for our bowl game.
We'll
We're
see
back."
about that.
I that's the only reason I want to get them now, like the biggest reason.
Yeah, now
Just-
I'm
just-
ready.
Just for the basketball game.
I want to get them because I've talked shit about them all year. And I want to prove. I want one more point proven on the season for North Carolina.
Yeah, me and Zach, we hung out at the Volunteer Club tailgate a little bit Saturday, and he also put me in his profile picture, so that's
Well.
pretty cool. But Corey Elmore says, "Go Vols." Tennessee on defense, 2 sacks, 7 tackles for loss total. Will Brooks led the team, 8 tackles, 1 tackle for loss. Jeremiah T-Lander, true freshman, had 6 tackles. Amari Thomas had 4. Aaron Beasley had 4. Joshua Josephs had 4. Jalen McCullough had 6. And Elijah Herring had 5. So, good day, I think. Overall on defense, that fumble got us on the punt.
It did.
That kind of hurt us. I don't know. Tennessee, they're second in the SEC in sacks, I think, which is huge. That's a great improvement. And 10th in all of college football. That's the most sacks Tennessee's had since year 2000.
It's crazy.
So we've been bad for a really long time.
Good to see now.
Yep. Tennessee on special teams. D. Williams had 3 kick returns for 74 yards. He had 4 punt returns for 40 yards. Charles Campbell was 2 for 3. Jackson Ross had 3 punts for 119 yards, 1 inside the 20.
Jackson Ross continues to shine. The field goal miss wasn't a big deal. It was a long field goal. D did have that costly fumble, though, and it's something we can't have in the future. But he's got a bright future ahead of him as well.
We ain't been, other than the kick out of bounds, we've been able to complain about special teams about all season. So
D Williams, what year is he?
D, I don't know if he can come back or
I
not.
don't know if he can or not either. I was wondering that too.
I'm not sure.
did we keep the punt return streak going?
What streak?
The other team were turning it on us.
Oh, I'm not sure. I'll have to look into that and see.
Like, that
see how
was
that's
a-
going.
That's a
great,
crazy stat. I didn't know that till the other day, and that's
Which
a crazy
stat
stat.
you talk about?
the one where like the return yards is like nothing.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
No, and
Georgia.
it's been like what?
Georgia hasn't had a single return yard all season. Yeah, and ours is very minimal.
Yeah, it's very little. Josh Jackson says, "Nico, I think will be very special. I want to see him throw it deep." I agree with that. We really not got to see him unleash it either.
I was hoping, and I thought we were going deep on one play with Nico, and it didn't happen. He still went across the middle for about 25 yards. So.
Corbin, you got a fan on here, buddy. He says, Kamal, he says, "Glad to see y'all back. Glad to see the expert back. He's been making
Hell yeah.
money off Corbin Rogers picks all
Hell
year
yeah.
long."
Well,
Josh Jackson says, "We actually used our tight ends." That's true. I hate whenever we, only use them when we have to. I want us to be like the Georgia style where you just stop it. Stop it if you can. Austin Howard says he saw a projected rematch for Clemson, but he would rather have North Carolina.
I'd rather have North Carolina at this point.
Clemson is an interesting one. They are ranked right around us. They got the same record, don't they? 8-4.
I believe so. I wouldn't mind a Clemson rematch. I mean, it would be cool to beat them twice, but yeah, I'm kind of leaning towards North Carolina right now.
Man, how Clemson has fallen.
They've kind of made up for it though as the seasons went on. But yeah, But compared to where they were, yeah. All right, let's go over General Neyland's game maxims. We'll go over each one. Agree, disagree if that maxim has been reached. The team that makes the fewest mistakes will win.
We made very few mistakes. The fumble on the punt return was one, but we didn't make many mistakes in the game, and we won handily.
Yeah.
Yep, 100% agree. Play 4, make the breaks. When one comes your way, score. We didn't really have that many breaks, though. I mean, no turnovers from Vanderbilt.
Hey, 45 points, we scored.
Oh, yeah. If at first the game or breaks go against you, don't let up. Put on more steam. I would say yeah.
Yeah,
I felt Tennessee kept playing the entire 60 minutes all the way up to the very end.
we did play the entire 60 minutes.
Protect our kickers, our quarterback, our lead, and our ball game.
How many sacks did Vanderbilt have against us, or how many times was Joe hit? I don't recall any.
If it wasn't many. If
Wasn't
there
many
were,
of those
it
any,
wasn't
yeah.
many.
I think there was one that I remember.
A ball Oski cover, block, slice, cut, pursue, and gang tackle for this is the winning edge.
Didn't happen on the first drive, but it happened
Yeah.
throughout the rest of the game.
That first drive, I was like, damn.
Pretty ugly.
Yeah. Press the kicking game. Here's where the breaks were made.
Our kickers did just fine.
Carry the fight to our opponent and keep it there for 60 minutes.
We done it.
Yep.
We done it. Let's give a shout out to our boy Dane Davis. He won SEC Offensive Lineman of the Week for his performance versus Vanderbilt. Dane has had an incredible journey. He's came on our show, done an interview. Just a great person.
It's great to see that Dane's getting some recognition because he's certainly earned it. He's put the work in. He's put the effort in, and being recognized with Offensive Lineman of the Week, I love it.
Yeah, congrats, Dane. Like you said, he come on the show. He's a hell of an individual.
Hendon Hooker cleared to start practicing with the Lions.
I can't wait to see Hendon Hooker in a Lions uniform.
Fired up about that. Yeah. Do you think we'll see him this year or no?
No.
I don't think we'll
I
see
don't-
him
I
this
don't
year.
think- I don't
Not
think so either.
not unless something crazy happens. Because the Lions are right there. They're probably going to be in the playoffs. They're going to be a contender to win the NFC, I believe, this year.
I'll tell you something. The Lions haven't won a playoff game since 1992, I think it is.
Wow.
So it's a long time.
Yeah,
This is the best shot they've had in a long time.
You gotta say our boy Dobbs struggled mightily Monday night.
Tim Allen from Home Improvement still waiting that playoff win.
Yeah, Dobbs struggled too. Them weren't on him though.
He had no time to throw the ball.
No time to throw. I mean, zero help. And I love how he's just been put on this pedestal, and then he has one bad game, and everybody just kicking him. You know why? The coach kind of threw him under the bus too, and I like that coach, but it kind of ticked me off a little bit at the same time.
Dobbs will tell you just before anybody else that his performance wasn't very good.
Oh
so,
yeah, 100%.
So he doesn't sugarcoat things. So
It's just ridiculous. This is the ridiculous thing in the NFL. This is why you can't build on nothing. Like the guy goes out and he's phenomenal for 3 straight games, and then all of a sudden he has one bad game. They're like, "I'll get rid of him."
Yeah, everybody.
I mean,
People do the same
bandwagon.
thing with Heupel or whatever. You know, it's just it's not
so
about.
what have you done for me lately,
Yeah,
right?
what have you done for me?
He'll come
Yeah.
out this week and throw 6 touchdowns, and suddenly, we found our quarterback again.
and,
Yeah.
and that's why teams like
People's done it with Joe all year.
Yeah.
You know.
But that's why teams like the Vikings struggle so much.
It's also like you said though, 2 of those interceptions was certainly not on Dobbs. I mean, he hits the receiver right in the hands on one, and in the face mask on another, and balls pop up in the air. And give credit to the Chicago Bears, they come out and played the best defensive game they played in a number of years probably.
Oh, they just brought the house.
Yeah, they
man.
did,
They brought the
and they
house.
just kept bringing it.
And they just kick field goals.
Yeah.
Tennessee Neyland Neyland Stadium, number 1 attendance average in the SEC, and third overall in the all of college football. So that's big. That's big.
Yep.
Expand Neyland, yeah or nay?
Oh, put 150,000 there for all I care.
Yep, I want to be the biggest.
I definitely want to be the biggest.
Yeah, for sure.
Daddy White, if you listening, we want to be the biggest and the best always.
Screw Michigan.
101,915 was our average for the season. I believe what was the total? 741,000 on the year.
It was the total was over. Oh, I don't know on the year, but what was it over? I know over the 13 game, I believe.
Yep.
Period.
Yeah, but number 1 in the SEC on both average attendance and total attendance, and number 3 in average attendance for the nation. So that's great news.
Former Tennessee defensive end Derek Barnett has signed with the Texans, so excited. I love Derek Barnett. He had a ACL injury this year, so I guess the Eagles got rid of him. And
AFC
Texans is in a bad place to be right now, like Corbin mentioned before the show started.
The AFC South is about to be really good.
Yeah, Trevor Lawrence tearing it up down in Jacksonville. He's doing way better than I ever thought Trevor Lawrence would ever do.
You've got C.J. Stroud, you got Trevor Lawrence, you've got Anthony Richardson, who I don't know if he's going to pan out or not, and then you got Will Levis, who we just don't know what we're going to get out of that. So the AFC South is going to be young and up and coming.
I ain't got no confidence in Will Levis.
I ain't got no, yeah.
I ain't got much confidence in
I
the
don't either.
Titans, to be honest, at the moment, but that is what it is.
You got Garner Minshew, I mean, in Indy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know how to even like describe him. He just reminds me of like some guy off the side of the street that walks up and down the roadways. Is all I can think. Every time I see him, he just has that persona for me for some reason.
Tennessee basketball falls to North Carolina, 92-100. Horrible first half. Great comeback though, but you can't give up 61 first half points and expect to win.
You know what's funny? I was talking about this at work today. That's the most proud and upset I've been at the same time for a basketball game I've watched in a long time, because they were down by 26 points at one point and come back and made that a game at the very end. And I was proud of the comeback they made. They showed some grit. They showed some toughness. Don't Connect is a beast. A little disappointed in Santiago Vescovi. I didn't see him on the court very
He's been
much.
struggling all year.
He's been struggling a little bit, and there's something a little bit off with that. Of course, we didn't have a walk-up for the game, and that doesn't help. But
he would have helped on the inside.
he would have certainly helped on the inside. Didn't help not to have him. But Tennessee basketball is going to be just fine, guys. So quit hitting the panic button. Yeah, we've lost 3 games in 3 in a row, really, but to top 15 teams, no doubt, and 2 in back-to-back nights, and one of them was a slugfest, to say the least, and the next one on the very night. So don't be worried. Tennessee's going to be right there in the SEC, and they'll be right there in the NCAA tournament.
Yeah, Spur said the best. I mean, as the season goes on, we're just going to continue to get better with this team. This team's going to get better, and they're going to, by the time we get to SEC tournament play, it's going to be a whole different team than we are now. And like Spur said, the teams we've lost to, you don't put your head down at them teams.
North Carolina yesterday was the best team in the country. Nobody was beating North Carolina with the way they played.
I agree. They were shooting lights out.
That first half's like, oh my! They could have threw it up from your garage here and made it. I believe.
That game we had against Purdue, that was listen, Purdue's damn good.
Yeah, they're solid. They're very good. Yeah, Dalton Connect's amazing. 37 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists. I believe if he doesn't get hurt, Tennessee might actually pull it off.
It would have been tough, but they would have had a better chance.
It would have been a lot closer.
Yeah.
Josiah Jordan-James played really good. 20 points, 5 rebounds. Adu had 13 points, 4 rebounds. Like you all said, the team is good. They're going to get it together.
Yeah,
they're going to get it together.
They're only going to get better. I hope Connect's ankle's okay. I hadn't heard anything about that today.
Yeah, I've not heard anything
but
either.
It looked just like a simple rolled ankle. Hopefully a minor sprain. He might be out for a week or so, but let's hope we get him back on the court soon.
SEC play at least. I want to throw a little North Carolina. They got the blue blood calls.
They did.
They shot 38 free throws to Tennessee's 18.
Yeah.
That is a big difference maker.
It's a huge difference.
And to their credit, they made their free throws.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was looking this morning, and I noticed...
even the dude that shoots like 51% was, like, perfect.
I noticed this morning that we had made, like, 8-9 more baskets than North Carolina did the whole game. And still lost.
Yeah.
Hit the comment box real quick. Zachary Bunch says Elijah filled the gaps regardless if it was candy. Robin Shelton, as always, has to pop in here with that. Hey, enjoy that bowl game, Robin. He says go Gators.
Oh, yeah.
Well, where are they going?
Yeah, where are you
They're
going?
They're going golfing, I believe.
Where are you going, Robin?
They said the swim team's playing now.
Edith is back. She says she's been aching for her Spanky for 2 weeks now, and he stands me up. Spanky is supposed to be here. He's supposed to be here.
We got a little breaking news here on our messages here. Dwayne Fulbright says that the local 384 iron workers have been told work will start on England Stadium after the season is over, getting started on a big party deck and hotel.
Yeah, that's that. That should be what they're doing on D10, I believe.
Yep.
Or G10, I believe, on the top. Troy says the last 3 games, opponents have shot 108 free throws compared to Tennessee's 54.
Dang, I didn't know that.
That's a crazy stat.
Oh, let's also not go and look up the penalties called against Tennessee and for Tennessee on the year, too. I've seen a big blob on that where Tennessee was ranked dead nearly the bottom of all of FBS for penalties called for us and near the top for penalties called against us.
Yeah, especially like
Had to pull that up again,
Yeah.
but it was pretty interesting to see.
yeah. I don't know. I get so mad about it. And it's been bad. Like
It has been.
It's been bad everywhere. But I don't know if like Vegas lost a bunch of money on Tennessee last year because we was always covering, or I don't I don't know what the deal is. Jonathan Hahn says Dalton Connect is okay.
Is he? That's good
what
to
he
hear.
says. He's a big shot with the volunteer club, so he's probably
Good
not,
to hear, buddy. I
he's-
appreciate
he's probably
that
not
info.
fibbing. Lady Vawls, they fall to Notre Dame 74-69 last night. Kind of I don't know, kind of a opposite effect.
Not gonna sugarcoat
great,
it.
great
I was
first half and
pretty disappointed in the loss this time. They're playing a very tough schedule as well and still doing it without Rakia Jackson. But you had a 16-point lead at home and you were playing great, and then it just fell apart. And I can't explain why. They did have a chance to win at the end, and Sarah Puckett missed a 3-pointer. It was a great shot. It just barely rimmed out. But Lady Vols are still fine as well. They're going to put it together.
they just fell apart. But another rough. I said it like a week or two ago. Kelly Harper, I don't know, she struggles in these. And I know they don't have Rakia, but she struggles in the early season. I know she makes a tough schedule
Yep.
too.
Yeah, they're playing. They have another top 15 team this weekend in Ohio State.
I know Notre
But
Dame's
she
always
struggled
been
really
at the top
bad last year.
of
Sorry,
women. Notre Dame's always been top of women's college basketball, so I knew it was going to be a tough opponent. I didn't get to watch the game because it was an early game in a way, and I didn't get home from work until it was about over, so I really can't comment on it. But from the way it sounds, it wasn't that. It was a tough loss.
It was. It really was. It was fun to watch for the first half, and in the second half, you just see it, and they never got it back.
All right. We will be right back with our first main talking point of the day. Stick with us. Here we go. All right, and we're back. Next, we've got our first main talking point of the day, presented by Big Orange Concrete
Pumping.
Pumping. Where's Spanky?
We'll do it for Spanky. He didn't show up.
Where is Spanky? Why ain't he here?
I don't know. What time is it now?
What time he say he'd
It's
be
after
here?
9.
Yeah, it's after 9.
He's a liar.
Anybody know where Spanky's at? Call and tell him to get his ass here.
I bet I know where he's at. Taylor Jones of Big Orange Concrete Pumping has been doing this type of work for a very long time. He has one of the biggest lime pumps in the state, so make sure you reach out to Big Orange Concrete Pumping for any of your concrete needs. All right, let's get Vawls deep, each position group. Let's grade them from their performance during the Vanderbilt game. Let's start with quarterbacks.
There's no way to say anything other than an A+. Joe Milton was ungodly, really. He looked like the Joe Milton we wanted to see forever. 4 touchdowns through the air, 2 touchdowns on the ground, amounted for 6 total. He looked great the whole game, and I was happy to see Joe go out like that in Neyland Stadium.
Yeah, like I said earlier, best game of the year, best performance of the year for Joe Milton. They give him an A.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I had to give an A to Nico as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Nico played good.
Yeah, I've got an A for quarterbacks as a whole as well. What about running backs?
I give the running backs a B. Nothing really stood out to me for the running backs this week. They done their jobs. They ran well, but nothing flashy, nothing spectacular. Just a solid overall game.
I gave him a B. I mean, it was more of a passing game than it was a running game this week.
Yeah, I went A with running backs. I don't know. They just did what they needed to do.
Did what they needed to do, yeah.
we threw it a lot more than what we've been. And what about wide receivers?
If you get the quarterback A+, that means your wide receivers get A+ as well. We already talked about it. We had 2 receivers over 100 yards, and then 9 players total caught the ball. So A+ to all of our wideouts.
Yeah, A+ for the receivers. We had 9 players caught the ball. Phenomenal performance by the wide receivers. Mel Keaton had 4 catches for 122 yards. That's phenomenal. Squirrel White, big performance for him. Jacob Warren, good performance for him. And on down the line, just phenomenal for the day.
Yeah, I'm giving A to the wide receivers. I'm giving A to the tight ends as well.
Yeah.
Grade for the tight ends, Big Daddy.
I give our tight ends an A. Both tight ends caught a touchdown pass. Jacob Warren had over 80 yards receiving. McKellen Castles also caught some good balls. I thought it was a good overall performance once again.
Offensive line.
Gave offensive line. It's right along with the offense. I gave him an A. Protected our quarterback, opened up some lanes. We had time all day long to throw the ball.
Yeah, I give them an A as well. I think they gave up 1 sack, but that may be it.
Yeah, I'm going with the A. Can't complain much. Defensive line.
I went with a B. Nothing really stood out. Vanderbilt had a great opening drive, but they didn't do anything after that really. So I gave us a B.
I'll give us an A. I thought we done pretty good on the defensive line front.
I'm going B+ for defensive line. Defensive backs.
Just like I just said earlier, Vanderbilt, other than they had a good opening first drive, and for that reason alone, I took them out of an A and gave us a B.
Give me a B for them as well.
Yep, I'm gonna go a little bit lower. I'm gonna go C for
Okay.
defensive back.
Fair enough.
Linebackers, I'm also going C. I don't know. I know we're playing a lot of young bodies.
We're certainly playing young bodies. But we were in the backfield all night too, as well. And Vanderbilt's quarterback was pressured and hit several times, even when he shouldn't have been hit. But that's another story for another day. We can talk about that too later if you want to. 'Cause I think it needs to be talked about a little bit.
What about special teams?
We missed a field goal. We had a fumble on a punt return, so it's a B for me.
Missed a field goal, fumble. Give me a B. I mean, we didn't do nothing stupid, so give me a B.
That's where I've got us at too, is a B, just from the fumble and the field goal. Let's give out some game balls. Who would you give the game ball to on offense versus Vanderbilt?
I got with Mel Keaton just for that 122-yard performance he had, because he averaged 30.5 yards a catch.
It's Joe Milton. He went out on top.
I want
6 touchdowns. It's easily Joe Milton this game.
Usually I put 2, maybe 3 on there just to kind of spread the love, but you got to go Joe.
Yeah,
you got to go Joe. What about on defense?
Will Brooks, he had 8 tackles on the night.
Yeah, that's where I was going with it as well. So, and then we hadn't said all year, so I like that.
I'm just going to go Joshua Joseph, just because I like his play. I like his game. I like that he wasn't backing off of any of them Vanderbilt players. Anything in the comments that we're missing?
We talked about it earlier about Jackson Ross is continuing to be a start punter, so that's a weapon we're going to have for a number of years.
Jonathan says offensive line was patchwork this week, and I think that impacted our running game, but they did pass block well. Yeah, we have a lot of holes, man, a lot of holes.
No doubt.
But they did good. I mean, we've been offensive line struggled since since week 1 or week 0 with Cooper. So Kamal says we need to get a good wide receiver 1 on the roster going into next year. We've got some good guys on the team. But even if Brew comes back, he's a low-end wide receiver 1 and a great wide receiver 2 at best. Nico needs a stud to throw to next year.
Yeah, and I have confidence that Coach Heupel's going to go into the transfer portal and find
he's
that
gonna go in
weapon.
hot.
We thought Dante Thornton was going to be that for us this year, and it didn't pan out to be that way. So
I think Dante still could be, too. I think he can.
yeah, he could get there.
But, yeah, I think we're going to hit Texas A&M super hard.
Yeah.
And there's can't think of the name, but a really good one leaving South Carolina, supposedly. So
Supposedly.
And that was the same one that torched us the year before. So
he doesn't like playing in Neyland right now, but maybe we can change his mind.
Yeah, I would.
Maybe
like
he
to
does
see it.
like playing in England.
Josh says Joseph's on one end, Pierce on the other. That defensive line is going to be nasty on the edge. Yeah, man, for the last 2-3 years, we've recruited so heavily on defensive ends, and I love it. I mean, we're still doing it.
Oh, yeah.
You can't get enough of it.
And you got to have depth there, because those guys, they're you don't want to say they're injury prone, but it's more of a contact area, and they're going to be subject to those hits a lot. So the deeper we are, the better we are.
Yep, can't agree more with that. And then, I mean, Rodney Garner, he likes a 12-man rotation, so that's perfect. You got to get that depth thrown in, you're good to go. Thank you all for listening to our first main talking point of the day. We're going to take a short break. Got a commercial coming your way. Got a giveaway coming your way. Share this out for us, please. Give us some likes. Give us some comments. Next, we're going to have Start Bench Cut. Big Orange Concrete Pumping. They can accommodate any residential or commercial concrete project that you may have in mind. They have one of the biggest line pumps in the state. They take a lot of pride in their work, and they're waiting on your phone call today. Their number is 865-371-3367. Whether you're pumping noise and kneeling or pumping concrete, make sure you roll with the Big Orange. That's Big Orange Concrete Pumping, 865-371-3367. All right, welcome back to episode 27, live from the Vawls Man Cave.
Just me and you now, Luke.
Corbin had to take him a little break.
Hey, while Corbin stepped out, I want to go ahead and take a moment to mention the Knoxville Ice Bears. They've got a new head coach. Andrew Harrison is taking over for Ryan Clark, who we've allowed to resign before we terminated him. I'm just going to put it bluntly.
You get that, Corbin.
They started the season 0-6. Is by far the worst start of any Knoxville Ice Bears season, not even close. But now they've won 6 of their last 9 games. They moved up in the rankings a little bit. Their next 2 home games are December 15th for Lord of the Rink Night and December 16th for Kids Take Over the Show Superhero Night. So if you've never been to a Knoxville Ice Bears hockey game, I advise you to check them out. Tickets are available through Ticketmaster, just like anybody else now. Or you can send me a message on Facebook, and we'll talk about that. So go Ice Bears.
Hey, I didn't go to an Ice Bears game till about 2 years ago, and I went one time and I was hooked. I don't know nothing about hockey.
You get us that sponsor.
But dang, it's good.
I do. I think we need a podcast right there live at the Knoxville Civic
Get
Coliseum.
us that Knoxville Ice Bears sponsor. Yeah, we need to go. Me and Corbin went to one last year. It's fun.
It is fun. It is fun. Take the family, have a few beers, waste some hell.
We need to get a player to come be on this podcast one night. I think I could get that to happen.
Oh, yeah, I think you can get it to happen. All right, we hope everybody's having a great Thursday night. Let's get into Start Bench Cut. How this works, I'll give a question. We have to rank our answers in order from first to last. Start being one, cut being last. Which loss were you most disappointed with this football season? Florida, Alabama, or Missouri?
Easiest question you've ever put on here. By far, I'm starting, and the most disappointment all year long was that Florida loss. I don't know if I've ever been more dejected after a loss than that Florida loss this year. It was a horrendous feeling. We all know it. I'm going to bench Missouri. Missouri is a good team this year. Let's just put it how it is. Missouri's played great. And I'm going to cut Alabama because Alabama is Alabama.
I'm going to start Florida as well, just off the fact that I feel if we had to beat Florida, things could have panned out a little bit differently for us. I'm a believer that we would have played differently through the rest of the season. Bench Missouri, that's a god-awful game. But it's not tougher than Florida, I'll tell you that. But Alabama, I mean, it's Alabama. It's not like I expect to beat Alabama, so especially the way we was playing. But I was very impressed in the way we did play Alabama.
Mine's a little bit different. I'm gonna start Missouri. I know they're good, but we don't lose to these losers, and that just Florida we ain't won there in 20 years. So, I mean, we should have won. Don't get me wrong. But how many times have we should have won down there?
A lot.
And
Luke.
Early on, in when we first started doing this, one of the questions I asked was, which game scares you the most? And all y'all looked at me like I was crazy when I said Florida because we just expected to win. But I'm going to bench Florida. I love that they're not going to a bowl game. And then I'm going to cut Alabama. I do think we should have beat Alabama. We come out as just a totally different team in the second half.
Out of the 3 teams on this list, I can say that we're better than one of them for sure. We're better than Florida. I can't say we're better than Missouri this year. Missouri's proved themselves on the field. They have.
No, they're good. They're very good. And I like the running back a lot. I love his story.
I don't like him.
Well,
Not after what he did to us. Maybe he could enter the transfer portal.
Jonathan says he's going to start Florida, he's going to bench Missouri, and he's going to cut Bama. Zach Bunch says the Florida game was devastating. We played our best ball of the year against Bama. Yeah, the first half we did.
Robin Sheldon said he cuts Florida.
Josh says Florida hurt us the rest of the season, but you'll never convince me Missouri is 30 points better than us. I agree with that. They might be. I still think our roster is better than Missouri, though.
On paper, we should be.
I don't know.
That was rough. That was just a rough. That was a rough day.
Miranda is talking to Edith and Kamal.
That's what I'm reading right now.
About the names.
Edith and Kamal.
He said, pick him some winners tonight, and I'll buy you a belt of your own, so you don't have to worry about them cheating.
See, I'm not even getting these comments. But there's a lot watching, though.
Say, y'all are a bunch of cheaters. Luke's the greatest, though. Luke, you do a fantastic job.
Justin Giles says Tar Heels. Any response to that? Hope we get you in the bowl game.
Yeah, we'll see you in Jacksonville probably.
Hey, who was right about North Carolina this year?
You were right, Corbin.
I told everybody, Mac Brown, North Carolina. It's North Carolina football, and everybody thought they're a national championship caliber team. Like, no, North Carolina will never be national championship.
But they did go way longer than you thought they would.
They did. I'll give them credit on that point, but they fell apart here at the end of the season. Yeah.
All right.
And I'm not a North Carolina hater, but
yeah. Oh, I mean, it's just North Carolina football, you know. Today is Ben Stiller's 57th birthday. Start, bench, cut these Ben Stiller movies. Meet the Parents, Tropic Thunder, and Dodgeball.
If you could dodge a wrench, you could dodge a ball.
That's a good one.
I start Dodgeball. It's still a movie I can go back and watch today and laugh at. I'm going to bench Meet the Parents. I've enjoyed that one more than once. I'm going to cut Tropic Thunder.
I'm going to start Meet the Parents. I don't know why Meet the Fockers ain't on here. So
Well, I meant to put, like, the whole saga.
Yeah.
The whole, like...
That whole franchise is just, that's great stuff. I'm telling you, Dodgeball, bench it. Dodgeball's a good movie, but I don't know what the hell Tropic Thunder is.
You're missing out. Neither one of you seen it.
I've seen it, but it's been
You should have knew. I wouldn't know this, like one of these movies. So.
Jonathan Horn likes Tropic Thunder.
Tropic Thunder is hilarious.
Is it in Amazon?
I'm making a note right now that you all need to watch Tropic Thunder.
Is it based in the Amazon?
You'll just have to see. But you had the right order. I'm going to start the Meet the Parents saga. I'm going to bench Dodgeball. I used to go to sleep watching Dodgeball every night just because it was a DVD. And anyway, and
DVD. Who watches those these days?
And it was just always in there, and I just turn it on.
We're showing our age now.
And then I'm going to cut Tropic Thunder, but I absolutely love Tropic Thunder. Antonio Bridges says, "Hey, what's up, brother? Thanks for stopping in."
Appreciate your support, man. For sure.
100%. Patrick says you're going to start Tropic Thunder. Josh Jackson says Tropic Thunder is a classic.
I've never even heard of the movie before.
Jonathan says it's the greatest movie ever made. It makes my eyes rain and booty sweat. Yeah, y'all just got to watch it.
It sounds like we're going to...
We might have
Amazon Prime Tropic Thunder later.
We might have a watch part. It's on YouTube TV. I know that. Jonathan Hahn says Antonio Bridges is a legend. Facts. Antonio's the man. All right, which former Vawl basketball player would you bring back for this season? Chris Lofton, Grant Williams, or Admiral Schofield?
This is easy for me. You bring back the man. You bring back Grant Williams.
Really?
Yes. I bring back Grant Williams. I think we're good on the outside. I think we got several three-point shooters, but I'm going to bench Chris Lofton. And as tough as it is, and as much as I love Admiral, out of these three, I'm going to cut him.
I'm going to say Chris Lofton because I love Chris Lofton. We was
It'd
talking
be
about
nice to have somebody that could drain a few threes.
it. Oh, quick. That's one thing that aggravated me too with some of them games is we just throwing three after three after three after 3. All we had to do is play for 2 out there and be down by 2 to 3 points at times and just kept shooting the damn 3 ball.
Yeah.
Just put herself in a hole eventually. But Chris Lofton, a lot of people forgets that he just retired.
Yep.
He played.
They retired his jersey last year.
No, I'm talking about he just
I know.
retired from playing. He played overseas until like 1 or 2 years ago.
Yeah, it was last year he retired, and they retired his jersey at the Food City Center.
Yeah.
Thompson Bowen Arena last year too. So,
But bench Grant Williams. I love Grant Williams and Schofield. Okay,
Schofield was just a beast. Put him at tight end.
I'm gonna start Lofton. I think.
Yeah.
I think we need to.
I love Lofton, so
we need the
don't get me
3
wrong.
game. I'm gonna bench Grant Williams. We do need him inside. And Admiral Schofield might be he's probably my top 3.
I love Admiral.
him, but I'm gonna have to cut him.
You know, one thing's for certain about this basketball team, they don't lack of toughness. No, golly, this is a tough, hard-nosed basketball team. They're fun to watch.
I think we miss Euros inside.
I think we do too.
I think we do a lot more.
I think we miss Euro's attitude.
We got the whole comments up in arms on that one.
Yep.
Yep. Patrick says he's going to start Grant. He also says Tom Cruise has the best role in Tropic. It is funny. God,
Yeah.
it's funny. And Tom Cruise really ain't funny, but he's funny. Josh says Admiral all the way. Zachary Bunch says Lofton. We need a shot to hit. Jonathan Hahn
clutch.
says Ron Slay wants to talk to you about this. Brent, hey, Ron likes the Vawl Daddy. We can talk. Let's see. Zachary Bunch said he had the cancer deal. Crazy that he played after. Lofton would dominate this team. We're always short on guys that can create their own shot. I 100% agree with Kamal there. SSC says Corbin sucks, so I'm guessing that Spanky's watching, but he's not here.
Spanky may be 3 or 4 different names in our comments right now.
Who knows? Jesse says he's going to start Grant, bench Lofton, and cut Admiral. Let's get the next one. Who's your favorite to win the NBA Finals as of now? The Celtics, the Bucks, or the Warriors?
Neither.
None of them 3. Well, you've got to. That's the
choose.
options.
Well,
Who's yours?
I'd put the Nuggets number 1, but that's just me. But I mean, they all got all 3 good teams. Damian Lillard's at the Bucks now, but I'm just not a believer in that Bucks team. Cut them. I'm not a believer in the Bucks right now. And bench the Celtics. The Celtics ain't won a championship since 2008, and before that, it goes back to the 80s. And you got to start the Warriors. I mean, the Warriors are. Listen, that whole team's been together pretty much for
They still
12, 13 years now.
They still have Steph Curry, so as long as they still have Steph Curry and can shoot the ball like they can, I'll start the Warriors. So I'm going to bench the Celtics and I cut the Bucks.
Sorry, I'm laughing at the comments.
That's my extent of my NBA talk for the season.
I'm going to start the Bucks. I like them. I just got a good feeling about them. I'm going to bench the Warriors. Hard not to start them just because somebody's got to stop it. And then I'm going to cut the Celtics. Which NFL team will more likely get a wild card playoff spot? The 5-6 Packers, the 5-6 Rams, or the 5-6 Saints?
Remember, this is the teams that actually go out game 1 of the NFL after the wild card and beat a damn good team and be like, where the hell they come from?
I'm going to start. This is really tough because all 3 are just dangerous enough to beat somebody they shouldn't beat. The Saints' defense is really good, but they let the Falcons handle them this weekend, so I didn't buy that. I think the team playing the best right now out of these 3 may be the Packers. So I'm going to start the Packers. Jordan Love has done pretty well the last couple of weeks. I'm going to bench. I guess I'm going to bench the Saints and cut the Rams.
I got the same exact order, but I will say this. Jordan Love and the Packers, I believe he's going to get way better, and I think he's going to lead that team in the future. The Packers do not just get a quarterback. They went from Brett Favre to Aaron Rodgers to now Jordan Love. They have a plan in place. This Packers team knows what they're doing with Jordan Love, and I'm a believer in Jordan Love, and I think he can make the playoffs this year with that team.
Of course, as it gets colder, they have that clear home
That
field
effect,
advantage.
Yeah. I'm going to start the Packers. I'm going to bench the Rams. I'm going to cut the Saints.
All right.
That's my order. Zach says Ronald Sylvester Slay, the best to ever wear a headband. I didn't know that was his middle name, but I love Zach. I love Ron Slay. I love you too, Zach. Kamal says the Bucks. Lillard is the man. He's got ice in his veins. I like Damian Lillard. Do y'all like Damian Lillard?
I do.
I like Damian Lillard. I just it's weird him not being in Portland. It is weird. I always look at players when you're at a certain place for so long and you leave that team and go somewhere else. It is sink or swim right away.
You
No
could
doubt.
tell he wasn't happy towards the end. So,
Yeah.
But that was Start Bench Cut, a very fun segment, one of my personal favorites. We'll have our second main talking point of the day next. We're going to answer some tough questions. Stick around. We got a giveaway coming your way. Give us some shares. Give us some likes. We're on Facebook and YouTube. ZNN Concrete are the professionals you need to call for all of your concrete finishing needs. Driveways, sidewalks, curbs, garage pads, footers, and much more. They can do it all. No job is too big. No job is too small. Give ZNN Concrete a call today, 865-360-6176, residential or commercial. That's ZNN Concrete, 865-360-6176. All right, welcome back. We got our second main talking point of the day. How disappointed are you with this Tennessee football team overall this season?
I said it at the beginning of the year. I said it on the podcast a couple weeks ago. My disappointment would be if we lost to Florida, Alabama, and Georgia. And guess what? We lost to all three. So I'm pretty disappointed in the way the season's turned out. I'm not disappointed in our effort. I'm not disappointed in our guys. I'm not disappointed in Josh Heupel. I'm just disappointed in the way it turned out. It should have been better. It could have been better. But it is what it is. So I'll support our Vawls no matter where they go in the ball game. I hope it's warm. But 8-4 is 8-4. It's a lot better than it was just 4 seasons ago.
I'm disappointed in the Missouri loss, for sure. I'm disappointed in the Florida loss. I'm also disappointed in the way our offense have played this season, honestly. I feel like we gave up a lot on offense this year.
Yeah.
This is not what we expect and what should have happened, honestly.
Yeah, the play calling, I think, is what I'm most disappointed with offensively. I'm disappointed. We should have beat Florida. Missouri's having a miracle season, but I still think that we were good enough to beat them. We're going to be okay, but I just expected like 10-2, 9-3. You know.
Oh, we all expected it.
That was where I was at.
And we could have been, so we can't take that away. Like Alabama, we played damn good against Alabama. Should have beat Florida.
Yeah, Jonathan, he says that, slightly below expectations, but the losses were really bad.
We're still miles better than what we was.
Oh, yeah, we're not calling for any heads or anything.
No,
right
absolutely not.
No, this is not the Derek Daly years. This is not Jimmy Pruitt years. This is not the Butch Jones years.
And we talked about it a little bit earlier, but we went 10-2 last year, and how spoiled were we immediately? And we put Josh Heupel up here as being the greatest thing since sliced bread, and did he peak too soon? Because
I don't think he peaked.
I don't know if he's peaked, but
I think
once you get to the top of that mountain, you want to keep climbing. So
he's just a victim of how good he was in year 2.
yeah, absolutely.
And I'll stand on that mountain.
Expectations. That does something to.
But we love having expectations. We are Tennessee, so we should always expect that best.
Yeah, that
we have that standard. Yes, absolutely.
Regardless that it's been upheld, or not, that's the standard. So, do you think Josh Heupel needs to make a coaching change this offseason?
I certainly think he needs to look at offensive coordinator that's going to at least have some gumption to call some more aggressive plays. That's what disappointed me more than anything else. And you just said a minute ago was we just didn't seem aggressive like we were last year. I want to see that cutthroat, stomp a mud hole in them, run the ball down their throats, and throw it over top of them all game, every game.
Yeah, I do believe look into it because I feel like we took a step back this year on offense compared to like what you were saying. We're taking aggressive calls, aggressive risks, stuff like that. And also the hurry up this year, we wasn't a hurry up team this year compared to what we was. And
when is the last time we ran a trick play of any kind?
yeah, we didn't want many trick
of
plays.
any kind of trick play.
And it's just, I feel like we was playing old school Tennessee football at times this year, like old school, like standardized 5-10 yard passes, same thing, run the ball up the middle, and then throw a 5 yard slant. I felt like I was stuck in a dimension.
Yeah, I don't know that he makes a change, but like you all said, I think we miss Alex Golish way more than I think we thought we would.
No doubt.
And I think that there needs to be somebody that, whether I don't know if it's play calling or scheme or something, but it got super conservative.
I want to put this out record, I am certainly not calling for this to happen. But if the unforeseeable happens and Josh Heupel's no longer a head coach at the University of Tennessee, I think Alex Golish is one of the first people we should call.
I could definitely, yeah. I definitely got to be on top 5 list or something.
Yeah.
Definitely have to be. Yeah, I don't think a change needs to happen, but we might need to add somebody or, a mindset change or something.
Well, what was crazy is the beginning of the season, like Milton would not try nothing, like to run it or nothing. Like that was the craziest thing ever. Like how long they going for? 5-6 games?
Yeah, I certainly believe he was hurt more than what they were letting on.
What position groups? Well, let me hit the comments real quick because we had a few in there. Miranda says that she thinks that we would have done better with better on the field leadership. I could see what she's saying there because you didn't really have that. Like when Brew went down, I think Brew was the guy on offense, but you never had the guy that was just, just holding the team to an expectation. So I could agree with that. Kamal says 6th best roster, 6th best record in the SEC. You can't be mad about it. Saban never won a national championship at Michigan State. Coaching can only do so much. Just keep building that stable and stay competitive. Yeah, man, that's a solid point.
No doubt.
Solid point.
And, there's also a point to be made that these players now have another year under the belt with these coaches, so continuity is an important thing. You don't want to start fresh again next year with new play callers and all that stuff. So
yeah. Zachary Bunch says we're extremely young next year, but I like it a lot. I do too, and we the list is pretty long of the ones that can
we got options,
appeal or do the COVID year and stuff like that. You locked him out, Corbin.
Oh no, it's not, is it? He's not here, is he?
The dumbass is about to enter the building.
Oh, business has picked up.
Yep. Views are about to go down. I'm just kidding. Come on, baby. Grand entrance. Everybody's looking at you. You're going to have to move that microphone in the middle.
Yeah. This is my seat today.
We're putting you in the middle. You show up late, you don't get the comfy chair.
And that wraps us up for this week, folks. Appreciate you joining in.
You have to put that closer to
All right.
All right. What position groups does Tennessee need to focus on most in the transfer portal?
Wide receiver. It's kind of obvious.
You got to talk in the microphone, Spanky.
I know I'm not used to having to share a microphone for once. But no, wide receiver, as we saw towards the middle and back end of the season, we need more depth at wide receiver play because depth is big, especially in college football because you got some teams like Georgia and Alabama who they lose somebody and they just regroup and they pull another one out of there. So I think depth at the wide receiver is very important.
I'm worried about our offensive and defensive lines. We had quite a few injuries, especially here at the end of the year. I want to see more depth there. We got a lot of age on our line that could leave, graduate, or go elsewhere. So I think we need to hit that transfer portal, bring a couple more linemen in here, and beef us up a little bit more.
It's crazy. I actually agree with Spanky.
Probably not for long.
Let's go Cowboys.
Offensive line, I think tight ends because we're losing Castles and more in both.
Yeah, no doubt.
That's huge. Linebackers, we're good, but we're very young, and I think, as always, the last couple of years we need some defensive backs. Kamal says linebackers, and we need a wide receiver 1.
We definitely need a WR1.
Josh says that Edith was looking for you, Spanky. She's been in here this whole time.
Yeah, I bet she has.
You got talking to Mike, Spanky.
Zach,
No, I'm sorry.
Zach Bunch says, there goes the town. As soon as Spanky walked in. Josh.
Now watch the ratings go up here in just
Josh
a minute.
says, just get here whenever you can, Spanky.
Sorry, everybody. I actually have something to do. Okay, I actually had a basketball game we played, and it's a Thursday night. And we were going to do this show on Wednesday, but we had bigger fish to fry.
Or got fried.
Yeah, we got fried. Hey, look, we might come back. Like you can't.
We've already talked about that. We've been there.
Spanky.
I'm not used to it. Damn it.
Edith says, "Oh God, yeah, there's my Spanky."
Oh God, that's a water leak somewhere.
Jonathan says, "Portal moves need our help. We need NIL money." Yep, that's a pitch for the volunteer club, and he's exactly right.
Haslam's got it.
That's where it comes from. Who do you hope wins the SEC championship?
This is a hope.
I'm going with the University of Alabama because we're not in it, so I might as well just watch the rest of the country and rest of the whole playoff ranking just unfold in the drama in front of our own very eyes. And I think it's very compelling television if Alabama beats Georgia.
I said on this podcast a few weeks ago that I think Alabama is going to have a chance at the playoffs. Now I don't think as much because they still got somehow Ohio State's more superior than Alabama. Right. With a one-loss Ohio State. I mean, it's ridiculous. Like Ohio State plays nobody all year. What's wrong with you, Spur?
Dear Lord Jesus, please help me for what I'm about to say here. I hope that the University of Alabama wins the SEC championship. I can't believe I'm sitting on here alive on the air saying those very words. Color. But I almost agree with exactly what Spanky said. Oh, you walk in here, we agree with you suddenly. Mm-hmm. But it would make for a major shakeup in the college football playoff if Alabama squeaks out a win against Georgia, and then some madness happens and Michigan struggles against Iowa, and then you never know what could happen, and we could get 2 SEC teams in the playoffs, and then suddenly Tennessee is looking at Tampa, which is a whole lot better than Jacksonville.
Well, here's my thing that compels me. Okay, let's say Michigan wins, then Washington beats Oregon, and then Texas wins, and then Alabama wins. Like that's the thing that's going to interest me.
Yeah, I want to see it.
Who would Texas or Alabama? Somebody's going to get snubbed. And to me, if we're being honest here, and if we're going by what the playoff committee has said that head-to-head matters, Texas would be in over an SEC champion Alabama.
Yeah, that ain't going to happen.
I know it ain't going to happen, but if we're going off what they have said, it should happen.
Yeah. They
Texas did to beat
They
Alabama.
make rules as they go. I don't care what they say. They do. They do. But I'm not going to say it, but I'm going to say RTR, and that's all.
Oh, gosh. Please don't ever say those words.
RTR. I'm not saying the full thing.
God, have we
But
suddenly
I'm sick
become...
of getting barked at, and I'm sick of them.
Have we suddenly become
The
more
whole
Georgia
fan
haters
base.
than Alabama haters?
Yes.
I hate the Bulldogs.
100%. I've been there since for probably 2 years now.
Yeah. We never uttered the words Florida, just for the record.
So, I mean, what do y'all think the playoff committee is going to do? I know we kind of hit that just then, but what are they going to do?
I think, honestly, and this is going to be the stupid thing they're going to pull out of their hind end. They're going to go off, say, an eye test. They're going to say that Alabama has looked better in the later half of the season than Texas has, but I don't care about that. Head-to-head matters, people. That's why we play the game. If you go out there and you put Alabama above Texas, you're basically saying to the whole country that the regular season doesn't matter. It's about how you finish in the postseason. That's basically what you're trying to do.
Head-to-head wasn't going to matter last year because Tennessee beat Alabama.
And that's
And we've
right.
seen exactly what was going to happen last year. Alabama was going to be in above Tennessee, whether they earned it or not. I don't know what the college football playoff's going to do. They're so when you limit yourself to 4 teams, there's so much scrutiny they can go in. I'd hate to have their jobs. At the same time, that's why we're having a 12-team playoff next year.
This year's perfect example.
Perfect
of why.
example of why.
Way to go,
And I'll just go ahead and be on record as saying it. If you're the number 13 team next year, you have nothing to bitch about.
No.
Be in the top 12 or don't be.
Now, what are we going to do with Washington, Oregon? What if Oregon barely beats Washington the same way Washington barely beat Oregon?
You're forgetting one team though.
And we're getting Florida State.
Yeah, you're forgetting Florida State.
I know, but I'm just saying with Washington and Oregon.
I mean,
If Washington beats Oregon, I think Washington makes it. Honestly,
If Washington wins,
beats
they're in.
Oregon, they're for sure in.
Yeah.
But-
Washington beat Oregon regular season.
But if Oregon beats Washington, then it'll be interesting. The most interesting game to me though is Louisville, Florida State. Just Florida State's quarterback's out for the season, and Louisville is not a bad team. Louisville's been very impressive.
Got
this
beat
year.
by Kentucky last week.
I don't care if they got beat by Kentucky
They
or
got
not.
beat by Kentucky.
It's still
It's going to be a good game.
it's going to be a good game. I think Louisville
Louisville's
maybe.
had like they've been like really really good or just
The playoff committee's hoping for a Louisville win, just because that knocks out something right there that they can.
Louisville saved Stoops' pride up there.
Yeah. We're going to talk about it in our pick'ems here in a minute, but I was shocked to see Oregon is a 10-point favorite over Washington. That just blew me away. They're a 10-point
Oh, it's-
favorite. That's
yeah.
a spread.
Yeah.
Oregon minus 10. Get on it right now.
He's going to go gamble.
Wash-
That's what I'm saying because
Yeah,
I said for all year Washington will make the playoffs, and I'm standing by
It's
it.
Washington
I think
plus
they're doing it.
300 to win.
They've lost some ugly ones, but they always pull it out. They pull it out.
Yeah. Spoiler alert. Take Washington with the points and then take the over as well.
Edith says it's not. There's no water leak. It's a flood. Spanky.
Well,
And then Miranda says Spanky's loud enough. You don't need to move the mic.
that's right.
And Edith said, "Tell him, baby." Bama will beat Georgia. Patrick says. Jonathan says Bama beats Georgia.
I agree. I think Bama beats
Oh,
Georgia.
he says Bama beats Georgia, and neither go to the college football playoff.
Neither. That's not going to happen.
I don't see them leaving out an SEC school like
That-
that'd be
There's
shocking.
too much money involved in that.
They would
But
not.
what he's saying though, I guess, is Bama beats Georgia, Texas beat Bama.
No.
If Bama was to beat Georgia, Georgia would make it still as like a 3 or 4 seed. If Bama, but Bama, I think they would miss if everybody that needs to win wins. If Washington loses to Oregon, and then
Yeah.
and then. But then you got Texas over them. But Ohio State is the thing that drives me up the wall because they don't have to play none, and they're just going to sit there and chill out, and they're going to end up being in this mix that's just going to screw a team,
Let's see. Josh says we're looking at zero SEC in the playoffs. So Josh is agreeing with Jonathan. Zach Bunch says shout out to number 66, Dane Davis. Yes, sir. We gave him a shout out earlier.
Hold
You
up.
are right. If for a $10 bet, I could win $28 if Washington wins.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
There is not a chance in hell that an SEC team will not be in the playoffs because, like Spur said, there's so much money involved. There's no way they're going to leave an SEC team out of the playoffs.
Jonathan says they look at first who's undefeated, second who's the conference champion, and 3 head-to-head.
All right. Liberty's in.
Liberty, which will put Texas in both being conference champs.
Liberty still undefeated?
Yeah.
Yes.
Liberty's not making it, boys.
No.
No, I just
If it was a 12 team, they probably would.
They probably good.
They
Yeah.
probably would. I think that's what's going to help with the 12 team. You'll always have, and I think that's kind of how they put it in there. The one
Yep.
non-at-large
one.
school.
One non-power 5. Yeah.
Jonathan says his top 4 is going to be Washington, Michigan, Florida State, and Georgia.
Well, now I need Washington to win, so I can win me some money. I just took
Zachary
that.
says he's got
Thanks,
Michigan,
You're
Georgia.
welcome, buddy, for now.
Zachary says he's got Michigan, Georgia, Washington, and Bama. Maybe Texas at 4. So it's going to be crazy. It's going to be wild.
It is.
This whole weekend's going to be wild. Let's go ahead and talk about the new playoff poll that come out. 1, you got Georgia. 2, Michigan. 3, Washington. 4, Florida State. 5, Oregon.
You can't argue with that too much.
I agree.
And I like the fact that they didn't punish Florida State for losing their quarterback. Let that happen on the field.
And then at 6, you got Ohio State, which Corbin is happy about. And then 7, you've got Texas, 8, Bama, 9, Missouri, and 10, Penn State. Anything wrong there?
No.
All right,
Yeah, there's a lot wrong there.
Besides the
Ohio State.
Ohio
thing, but
State.
Other than that, but
We knew it was going to happen. Okay, we knew it was going to
Where
happen.
where would you put Ohio State? Let's just hear it.
I would put them behind Texas and Alabama.
Based on what?
Well, of course, Alabama, SEC school, and then Texas. I feel like they've played way better than Ohio State has played all season.
Ohio State lost to the number 2 team in the country, and barely lost to them. And I am no Ohio State fan. No. I just see those 3 teams as pretty much being even. If you could have a tie for 5th, that's where I'd put them all.
The Big Ten's overrated as shit, and that's the truth about it.
My God, man, get all aggressive, don't you?
The duel's going to be
look at the
fun.
Big Ten championship game. Oh, Michigan's going to beat Iowa over here.
The duel's going to be good. Y'all better stick around. 11, Ole Miss. 12, Oklahoma State. Or no, that's Oklahoma. My bad. 13, LSU. 14, Louisville. 15, Arizona.
Arizona's
Problems
ranked.
there.
How is Lane Kiffin still at Ole Miss?
How the hell is Arizona ranked?
Well, you got to think before Lane Kiffin got there, they've never won a 10-win. They never had a 10-win season. So they're pretty happy down there.
16, Iowa. 17, Notre Dame. 18, Oklahoma State. 19, North Carolina State. And 20, Oregon State.
NC State's a team that we could face in a bowl game.
Yeah, I've seen that
I've
too.
seen Oregon State's quarterback from Clemson, DJ Uga, is transferring again.
Well, too.
Is he transferring again?
Yeah, he entered transfer portal today.
Okay. 21, Tennessee. 22, Tulane. 23, Clemson. 24, Liberty. 25, Kansas State.
That's impressive for Liberty. They ain't been a Division I school for, 3 or 4 years now.
I bet they'll claim a national championship if they win their bowl game.
James Madison claimed one 2 weeks ago. We'll see what happened there.
All right, next we've got the duel. Make sure y'all share. It's going to be good. It's entertaining. Y'all got to vote in the comments who you think the winner is. Going to have 5-6 questions tonight. So thank you for listening to our second main talking point of the day. We still have a lot to get into, predictions, giveaways, and then, like I said, the duel. So share this out. Get your friends listening. The duel is going to be good. We'll be right back. Trident Hydro Clean, your exterior home cleaning professionals, house, roof, driveway, concrete, gutters, and much more. Trident Hydro Clean, 865-363-8815. They've been in business for 5 years, and they have a 5-star Google rating and a 5-star Facebook rating. Call Jacob today. Give your house, driveway, and or patio the care it deserves. 100% satisfaction guarantee. See the difference between a professional and amateur cleaning. That's 865-363-8815. All right, and we're back. Next, we've got The Duel, presented by Premier Excavation. I still call it The Duel, even though there's three
There's
of us.
3 of us.
But Corbin, Spanky, Spur, the champ.
I'm right here.
I never lost my championship title.
You didn't show up to defend it, let alone lose it.
I had family that got stuff going on.
Yeah, whatever. You
need your 30-day, your 30 days, didn't you? You weren't out 30 days, weren't you?
You're right. I wasn't out 30 days. I'm still the champ.
show has highest ranking ever when you're not here.
All right, well, all right, so y'all got to vote in the comments who you think wins the duel, and they're going to get hardware to brag around with them and some bragging rights. Edith has already voted for Spanky.
All right.
Question number 1. Do you want to start Joe or Nico in the bowl game if you had the choice?
Well, if I had just start Joe. Like, if anything showed from the last game, why should we start Nico? Like, Joe was on fire. And, guys, we ain't playing for nothing. This is a bowl game. Let Joe finish. Let him finish. Let Nico come in late in the game. Let him take care of it. But start Joe. This is Joe's team. This is not Nico's team right now. This is not.
I can't. It's a duel, but I can't disagree with Spanky on this one. You have to start Joe. I think. He's played all season. He's been our guy. One more game, bowl game. It's been his team. Let him lead this team.
By God, you start Nico Iamaleava. It's time to build for the future. The future is now. We're probably going to play North Carolina, who's Drake, whatever his name is, isn't going to play anyway. So let's just get our backup against their backup. Build for the future now. You know what? You could let Joe start, come in and play the first quarter maybe, but Nico needs to play the majority of this game because the future starts December 29th, most likely in Jacksonville.
But look, this is what happens when you prepare for the future. You know what happens the next day? You're off of football for how many months? Okay, it's not like you're going to play the next week. No, you let the man finish. Let him finish strong. Let Nico play at the end. Go into the offseason hot. Let Joe ride off into the sunset.
Joe
like
rode off.
He deserves.
I love Joe Milton, but Joe Milton rode off into the sunset with six touchdowns Saturday night in Neyland Stadium. Let's let Nico Iamaleava play this bowl game.
I'm saying play him too, but the question was start. Okay, let Joe start it. Then we can bring Nico in after we take care of business. Now, if we don't take care of business, then Joe's our guy.
You know how big of jackasses we look if we don't let Joe play our bowl game? After we
don't look like a jackass at all. It's football.
No, after we played him all damn year. All damn year we played him through the good and the bad. And then...
Right at the end, right at the end.
Yeah, right at the end we play Nico. Then we're going to have to hear well, Nico done this, and then we didn't play him all season like we've been hearing, but it's going to get even worse. We'll just look like jackasses by that point.
The bottom line is I want to win the game.
And here, you know what I'm sick and tired of, and I've refused to say it on this show. What has Nico done?
Shaking the table. Calm down.
What has Nico done, guys, for us to be like, he needs to be starting? What's he done besides get $8 million?
He hasn't been able to do anything is the thing.
When he has played phenomenal.
He's played well.
He played a hell of a game against.
He took a clothesline and ducked right underneath it.
So what do y'all say about the one saying if you want to get fans fired up for next year, you play Nico?
Absolutely. If you want to get fans to show up in Jacksonville, if that's where we're going, or Memphis, or Tampa, or
football. I get it. We're fans here, but at the end of the day, Josh Heupel don't give a damn about the fans. He's worried about winning a football game.
I say bullshit to that. Josh Heupel cares about the fans.
He's worried about winning a football game.
Josh Heupel does want to win the football game, but to say he doesn't give a damn about the fans is...
any coach that worries about your fans more than you do winning a football game, there's something wrong with you as a coach. Because at the end of the day, it should be about winning.
Nobody's saying that. He just cares about the fans, though.
Yeah, that's a stupid statement right there.
Edith, take your vote away from Spanky.
Yeah, Edith says Spanky, she can't handle you all fired up like this.
I know. Not many women can.
Jonathan says Joe's going to opt out. We'll see.
I don't believe Joe's going to opt out.
He ain't going to opt out. He's still got something to prove.
I think so, too.
And if Joe does play, I hope Joe plays great.
Question 2, is pineapple a good pizza topping?
Hell no! It don't even deserve to belong on pizza. Pineapple's a fruit. You don't put fruit on pizza. Pizza's supposed to be made for meat and protein and not for fruit.
Hey, Spanky, tomatoes are fruit.
There ain't no tomatoes on it.
There's tomato sauce,
but not an actual tomato.
You know what? Pineapple's a great pizza topping. Mix it with ham, mix it with pepperoni. Have you ever had grilled pineapple?
No.
Oh, my God. Grilled pineapple, hot pineapple is one of the greatest things you'll ever eat.
How the hell's the Seahawks winning?
We need to bring the COVID wolves back. He's spitting on me over here.
See what I put up with every week, or Corbin?
He's spitting on me over here.
Put him over there, just on that microphone.
Daggum. You put pineapple on pizza, by God.
Y'all are psychopaths. You know it.
Do you even eat pizza, Spanky?
You want to bet? Yes, I do eat pizza right before I came here because I knew there wasn't going to be much food in the house. I went by the Dollar General and got one of them pizzas.
I told you. That's probably eating. That's why he's late.
Hey, a couple of weeks ago, he showed up before the podcast, had a whole entire Hunt Brothers pizza.
Let him hear it.
Had a whole entire Hunt Brothers pizza and didn't even offer me and Luke a single piece and ate the whole thing.
You know what else is good, Spanky? A fruit pizza with extra pineapple and extra cinnamon.
You're a psycho. That ain't even a pizza.
Cinnamon.
But look, I did have me a thin crust pepperoni and bacon pizza from Hunt Brothers at the Snack and Pack in Cofield, Tennessee. And look here, it is a thin crust pizza. It's just It's not like it's 2 pizzas, everybody. Look, I'm a grown man. I have to feed this. The women need the food, baby. Look at this. This is peak male performance. I have to retain this body every single day.
We're going to need Premier Excavations to come get him out of here one of these days.
Bring a maniacs.
Oh, shit. All right. Do you agree with bowl game opt-outs?
No. It's look, and here's my thing too.
Oh,
if
here we
I
go.
was one of these big time donors giving this NIL money, I would put in the contract. If you're going to get this money, you're going to play in every game as long as you are not injured. Okay, you're giving up on your team, and I get it. You know, you're looking for it as selfish reasons. Oh, I need to go get ready for the draft. Get ready for the draft the day after. And if I was NFL teams, I would take notice, okay, if they're going to quit on their team before a bowl game, what are they going to do to you when your team ain't making the playoffs?
You know, it's a problem we created with ourselves when we make all these bowl games that don't mean anything in the grand scheme of things. It's part of the product of the playoffs. It is. Truth be told, who knows who won the Gator Bowl 7 years ago? We don't know. Who won the Outback Bowl 3 years ago? Outback don't even exist. Who won the Liberty Bowl 4 years ago? We don't know. But we know who won the national championship. So these opt-outs, it's a double-edged sword because I never want to tell a 23-year-old who's fixing to have his whole future in front of him that he's supposed to go and risk that future to play in a bowl game that is nothing more than an exhibition. And as much as I hate to say it because I love the bowl games, I can't wait to go myself. So I can't tell a 23, 24-year-old kid who's about to make millions of dollars in the NFL possibly that he has to put his body on the line one more time. At the same time, though, when you sign up and you put those orange and white letters on and that uniform on, you play for the University of Tennessee, and you're supposed to honor that oath, so to speak, and play in every game if you're able to. So I see both sides of it. For me, I just have a hard time forcing someone to make that decision.
I think it's going to mean more when the playoffs, when they expand.
It will.
Absolutely.
Less of it.
No, you'll see more of it in these lower bowls.
Well, in lower bowls, yeah.
You're not going to have any opt-outs in the playoffs. If someone opts out of a playoff game, then
A quarterback for Ohio State did a couple years ago.
You know what? I will say this. If I'm an NFL team and I'm drafting or looking at drafting someone and they opt out of a playoff game, that's going to take them off my draft board because they're showing that they ain't loyal to my team whatsoever.
Yeah, I think it's BS. Honestly, I think if you're on the team and you've played all year, and you should play the bowl game. Don't opt out. I mean,
as fans, we don't like it.
It's not the fact that I don't like it. It's you got a scholarship for a damn reason. Okay, you going to school. You're getting a free ride to go to school to play college football, national TV, be a big time college football player. You got NFL prospect ability, and you're sitting there and you're like, well, I'm just going to give up on this season, and I'm not going to play because I'm going to look forward to the NFL draft. That's BS.
And we talk about these opt-outs. We talk about Nico playing or not playing and all this other stuff. At what point do these lower bowl games just become the first game of next season? Well, that's essentially what it almost becomes.
Okay. Is Aaron Rodgers, he's going to return to practice week 11. Do we see Aaron Rodgers this year?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, he already practicing this week. He told Pat McAfee 6 weeks ago he's going to be back on the football field this year. And now I'll tell you what, if he comes back on the field, that's going to be one of the biggest moments in a long time in sports because a torn Achilles to come back that quick from like that just don't happen. That's a year to year and a half. His age, it should be year and a half, 2 years for his age, but it's going to be phenomenal. I don't know what the hell he's taking, but it must be some good stuff.
I thought that Aaron Rodgers' career was over when he went down.
I did too.
On week 1 after 4 plays.
He ain't going to go out. He ain't going to go out like that.
He ain't going out that good night.
He's got some cojones. Let's be honest about that. Do we see him again this season? I think that may depend on if the Jets have a chance at the playoffs or not. I don't know if we see Aaron Rodgers come in and play a game that doesn't mean anything.
Well, I think, he's doing it for pride because,
he wants to prove
he wants to prove a point.
That he does.
I think even if, even their playoff chances ain't there, I think he wants to be that person who came back from an Achilles injury in the same meet.
Be a team player.
He is. He's being a team player. I respect him for it.
So you're saying Aaron Rodgers ain't going to opt out of the last game of the season just
No,
because
he's
he's
I don't think he is.
But if he does come back, it will be phenomenal.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It'll be must see TV.
Should all young athletes get a trophy?
No. You gonna get me going on?
You're the one who gives them.
Should all young
No, you won't
athletes
bet.
get a
You
trophy?
won't bet. The other night, I sat in the gym, and I have a 5 and 6 boys and a 5 and 6 girls basketball team, and I told them, and I said, "Hey guys, raise your hand if you're here to have fun." And they all raised their hand. I said, "Okay, you know how the only way we can have fun, and that's to win." I said, "I'm not in this for everybody to have fun. Everybody try your best. You know what? It's about winning." Okay, that's what it's about. It's about winning and getting better each and every single week. And to them kids,
participation trophy.
no, I hate participation trophies. I hate them more than I even hate second place trophies. Can't stand them because look, it's either your first or your last.
I got a story for you in a little bit. Hey, how young are we saying?
I didn't put a cap on it. Let's just
8
go
and below.
You know,
Yeah, it's-
I don't mind to encourage the youngest of the young to play because just for them to get through a season is an accomplishment to some of these little bitty ones. But once you're of somewhat of any kind of mature age, 8 years old, 9 years old, it becomes about winning at that point. I didn't say give them all a championship trophy, but you know, honor their commitment a little bit. Golly, it's so tough because I hate participation trophies too. That's
team
that's
votes
a
are for. That's what you're getting pizza at the end of the year for. That's what you're getting.
Nope, I don't agree with it. I mean, honestly, we talk about kids nowadays being soft. That's one way you make them soft start off with it. I mean, you give them participation trophy. They'll be like, oh, well, they gave me this.
Corbin, how many of your Little League trophies do you still have?
When I was a kid, they didn't give the damn things.
You didn't play for the right teams. Maybe I was on the winning team. I don't know.
Back when I was a kid, we was men.
Jonathan says,
Back when you was a kid, we were men.
Well, I'm talking about me and you, Spanky on the hand. He's like,
Me and you were like the same age. We're like 4 years apart.
I'm like 30.
8:30. Shut up.
I'm 29. I'm pretty
Jonathan
close
wants
to
to know
30.
if you got a trophy for being on time, Corbin.
Being on time?
Yeah.
I'm always on time. I've never been late in my life.
Kamal says Spanky's got a room full of third runner-up trophies.
Third runner-up.
I wish where I came to school we couldn't win third place.
All right. Last one. Who were you most excited to see back in the WWE? CM Punk or Randy Orton?
CM Punk.
Ain't even a question. Not even a question. Tell him about it.
CM Punk. Thank God he is back. One of the greatest of all time.
That's right. Tell him about it.
Nobody can touch him.
Preach to the choir.
Nobody can touch him.
What do you think about Spanky? I think you agree with this, don't you, Spanky?
I do agree with this. It's not often me and Corbin can agree about something. Look, is it great to see Randy Orton back? Yes, it is. One, he's looking yoked as ever. Like, he's no
jacked.
longer a viper. He's a dang anaconda now. Like, he is ripped. And it's great to see having 2 back surgeries. Coming back at his age at 45 years old is amazing. But CM Punk, the way the show ended, okay, you had the graphic at the bottom, you had the camera panning out, you had the guys taking their second pose, and boom, the music hitting. Triple H was the guy that went and played the music himself because he didn't want nobody else knowing about it. Okay, what was it, Corbin? Like, is it at 20 million views right now? One of the most highest rated views.
77 million.
77 million. Like, it's the most talked about thing right now. People who ain't even watched wrestling in years, it's crazy to see CM Punk back after 10 years away. 10 years away. And I know people in the comments are going to be like, why are we talking about wrestling? Well, you know what? Shut up, okay? Because you know what? You have stupid things in your life that you like too. So
remember, Spanky told you all to shut up. Vote for me. That being said, I'm glad to see them both back. CM Punk is certainly a magnet for attention. He's going to bring viewership. He's going to bring that microphone skills. It's unmatched. If they let CM Punk be CM Punk, then it's going to be fun to watch. And I'll probably start watching it again. I'm tickled to death to see Randy Orton because I was worried that he would never step foot in the ring one more time. And he's He's one of the greatest that's ever done it, and I have a new respect for him coming back from this multiple back surgeries. Corbin, what do you think about CM Punk, the greatest talker ever?
One of the greatest talkers ever.
He's up there.
You think CM Punk is better than Dusty Rhodes?
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Now.
He is.
He is.
Now,
He is.
okay, now look here.
The mic's mine.
Now, look here. Can I have the microphone, please?
You need to calm down over there. You're
Let me-
spitting
let
all
me
over.
have-
No,
let me
you
have the
you
microphone.
spit
I'll
all
make a good
you
point.
spit over me the whole
All
time.
right, get it out there, Corbin.
CM Punk, he can work a crowd like no other. When he goes out there, he tells the truth. He tells what he thinks, and he works a great story. He can work that crowd any way he wants to work them. He'll make them love him. He'll make them hate him. But at the end of the day, he can tell you a damn good story in that ring. One that you're gonna. One
Talking
that.
about in the ring. Talking about in the microphone.
I know, but
I'm just talking about in general. Is
in
CM
general,
Punk
like
better than Dusty Rhodes?
he's better than Dusty in the ring, on the microphone, all the way around. He's not. What do you want to say?
Give it here. Okay. I love CM Punk to death. He has that attitude era style of a promo. He does. What he's doing is he's pushing the edge to making these people that know that what wrestling is be like, oh man, he's shooting out there. No, Dusty Rhodes was a storyteller. That man could draw you in, make you listen, be like, okay, what is he saying? Punk, he's just going out there saying stuff that, okay, yeah, I see it. Dusty Rhodes is making people quiet. He's making them listen. He's taking them on an emotional ride. Punk's just pissing people off, and people are liking it. That's why Dusty Rhodes is the best, because if you can take an audience, if you can take a camera, if you can take a country and make them draw in and listen to every single word you're saying, then you're doing something right. And I love Punk. I do. I love the things he says. I love how he gets people fired up, pissed off. But to say Dusty Rhodes is not better than CM Punk, I just don't agree with it.
Just because y'all got the same physique doesn't make him a good wrestler.
That's hilarious, ain't it? That's hilarious. How many matches have you won, pal? Who have you ever beat, pal?
Well, I got the guy that beats you on right now.
Who's that?
Oh my God, we're gonna talk about
That
local
shirt's
wrestling.
outdated. That
Okay.
ain't even his name. Kirk Kazan don't
Oh,
exist
Kurt
anymore.
Kazana.
He don't even exist anymore.
The future of professional wrestling.
Yeah.
Is that a
Future don't even
2002
exist.
shirt on? 2002?
He
God, I was still working then.
he was born in 02.
Born in 02.
He ain't, Kirk Kazan ain't even a thing no more. You got Casey Kazana. That's who you're assuming. And Casey Kazana, just like his brother AJ, and just like Stuker, will be at Cofield on Saturday night.
That being said, as much as I love CM Punk and as much as I want to argue with Spanky, the American Dream Dusty Rhodes is one of, he's generational. CM Punk is more about shock value,
Yes.
whereas Dusty Rhodes, well, just like Spanky said, could tell you any kind of story he wanted to tell you. He could sell you oceanfront property in Wyoming if he wanted
He
to.
could sell an Eskimo ice.
He sure could. And you believe him. You believe him.
But at the end of the day, Punk's a 5-time WWE World Champion, a 2-time
good
AEW
God.
World Champion.
Talk about on the microphone.
When Dusty Rhodes got WWE, the only thing Vince McMahon saw in him was polka dots.
Here's the one thing that's certain about
You know
CM
why he
Punk.
saw polka dots? Because he was jealous of Dusty, because Dusty was one of his biggest competitions for so many years. So he did that to embarrass Dusty. And yes, Punk has the AEW titles and the WWE titles. But can we look at the territory days? How many territories Dusty was the man? How many times Dusty was the NWA World Heavyweight Champion? Look at it.
Do you have a Ric Flair about a Dusty Rhodes?
How many times do you think Dusty was NWA World Champion?
He was 3. He was a 3-time NWA World Heavyweight Champion.
Okay.
It's predetermined, Corbin.
What's the biggest company in the world?
It's predetermined.
It is predetermined, but at the end of the day, when you're the
Don't talk about winning fake titles. It's predetermined.
they give you that title as you're the man of the company.
We talked about participation
Look,
trophies.
okay,
We
in
talk about
wrestling-
participation trophies.
in wrestling,
Here,
I'll go ahead-
You get this belt because I want you to have it. That's what professional wrestling belts are.
And-
I love it, but that's what it is.
And what's Punk? What is he? He is a majority of what? What type of character is he? He's a heel. Heels have the belts more because the one thing the people love more than anything in the world is a chase. That's why your baby faces, that's why your good guys don't win it as much. Okay, because they're constantly chasing after the heels. That's why every night nothing pisses off a person more than when the heel wins the title and it stole it from their damn baby face again. That's why the baby faces don't get as many title runs, because it's about the chase.
I probably held at least.
You was a heel and got your
I
ass
probably
beat.
held at least 250 of these up in a wrestling ring at one time or another. And you know how many times when I held those up in the middle before a match began that I didn't know who was going to be holding it at the end of the match? 0. I knew every time when I walked in the ring who was going to be walking out of that ring with the belt that I was holding over my head as a referee.
That's not my point.
It's predetermined.
My point is when you're the champion, you're deemed as the guy of the company. And to be deemed that many times as the guy in the company and to hold the belt as many days as that guy, that means you're a draw.
Or have you ever thought of it like
That means
this?
you're a merchandise seller. That means you're selling tickets. That means you're drawing TV
Or you're the best
viewership.
guy for that story. You're the best guy to make another guy.
So you tell me Punk was the best guy for that story for 434 days plus.
Oh, good Lord.
I mean,
But you also got to think, was Punk the guy
He was-
all them days?
he was-
Who was the guy all them days? And you know it.
Can we get to the ball game?
You know it too.
They go all night long. Let us know in the comments who you think won the duel.
He does
We'll be
this on
right back with
purpose.
Florida, Alabama. No, I don't. Georgia or other.
Do you have dreams about what your property could be? Whether it's driveways, ponds, septic, new home construction, or even forestry mulching, let us earn your business and make your property dreams come true. Call Premier Excavation at 865-766-9408. You can also find us on Facebook or Instagram. Thank you for supporting small businesses that support you. Again, that's Premier Excavation at 865-766-9408.
Hey y'all, it's the Vawl Daddy. The C&D Tire Pros are your go-to experts for nearly all of your vehicle needs. Located in the heart of Oak Ridge at 164 Fairbanks Road, they've got a 4.8 out of 5-star rating, and that's very hard to do in the tire business. Tire installation, wheel alignment, wheel balancing, tire rotation, tire repair, brake changes, oil changes, hell, they'll even paint your back porch. I've known Zach since he was in diapers. We went to church together, we went to school together, we played football together. And he's been changing tires since he's been in diapers. Give them a call today, 865-483-7455. Like them on Facebook. That's C&D Tire, 865-483-7455.
Oh.
All right.
Oh, we're having a little fun off the air here. Spanky, I want to remind you about where to be on Saturday night, December 2nd at 6 p.m. Be at Wartburg for the annual Christmas parade.
Yeah, and when the parade gets rained out and it's the same damn floats every single year, y'all can come down to Cofield where the real action's going to happen, where not only we have one of the biggest names out there in the rock business, the lead singer of Smashing Pumpkins, Billy Corgan, the owner of the NWA, coming to Cofield, make a huge announcement. But look, do I have to say any more about all the JCP shows? I don't. And I get it, you're promoting the Wartburg Parade. I understand you. That's your booking that day, and I'm fine with it.
Actually,
Whatever you
I'm
gotta
not.
do.
I'm not. Actually, folks,
What's wrong with you,
you got
WCO?
you got anything to do on Saturday night, come out to Cofield High School, support JCP, support Spanky, support the Stew Crew. It's
I'll
going to be
wear
an
my orange
excellent
blazer.
show. Support the NWA, Billy Corgan. So be there at Cofield for a historic night in Morgan County. Probably, it may be the biggest night in wrestling history for Morgan County.
And I will say this. I'll go ahead and let the cat out of the bag. I will be making a major match announcement to kick off the show this Saturday night. You heard it here first, everybody. I'm making a match announcement to kick off the show, and it's going to be a pretty big match and a match that I think the people deserve to see. Because I am the host of the show. You know that, Corbin, right? I am the host.
They let you be the host.
We got people wanting to open up a phone line in the comments. Robin
Hey, we
and
need
Coach
to. We can
Ryan
figure it
Jackson.
out. We'll do that soon. I think we could probably try speaker. Hey, Ryan, call me.
Robin Shelton asked a wrestling question. I'm not Robin. We've been talking about wrestling too
What's his
long.
question at least?
Who was better, Four Horsemen or DX?
Four horse.
Four horsemen.
All right, keep it. All right, I don't need to know. I don't need to know. I don't need to know.
I can tell you if you wanna know.
Jonathan asked if WWE is wrestling.
RASSLIN. That's wrestling.
No,
You know, look at that song. Luke knows it.
Let's move on.
You got wrestling, right?
He
We'll
says
do-
wrestling is fake. Prove him wrong.
Yes, man.
Oh, we can prove that wrong.
Don't. Edith says,
What have you ever
tell
done
him
in your
about
life?
tell him about that wrestling, Spanky. No,
Tune
he
in
is-
next Tuesday for the wrestling podcast. And we'll
We do need to start a wrestling podcast.
I already got
No,
one.
please, no.
It's Morgan County Today. It's Wrestling NASCAR podcast.
Apparently it's
Yeah,
basketball
it
now.
is like wrestling. It's predetermined, and you never know what the hell y'all gonna talk about.
Oh, let's hit Florida, Alabama, Georgia, or other presented by my friend Zach at C&D Tire in Oak Ridge. Make sure y'all check them out for any of your tire, brakes, or any of your mechanical needs. Number 1, man arrested for trying to swim to another border.
That sounds
Man
like Florida to me.
Arrested for trying to swim to another border.
He went from Florida to Cuba. It's 90 miles.
Well, I'm telling you, if well, there ain't no water near Georgia. There's some there. I'm gonna go with Alabama.
New York to Canada.
That's a swim.
Did you already say one?
Yeah, I said Florida.
said
He went
Florida.
to Cuba.
Not really sure where they left from, but this happened in South Korea.
Oh, well. You went way off the deep end there.
Well, y'all get mad at the Florida ones. But South Korean soldiers detained a U.S. citizen who was apparently trying to swim across the river border into North Korea.
Oh, Tennessee River.
What an idiot.
A male
And a
American
mountain man.
nobody wants to hear you sing, was arrested last night while attempted to swim across the river. According to the Yonhap news agency, the man told investigators he wanted to meet with the North Korean leader, Kim Jong-un.
He's got some balls if he's swimming in North Korea.
My parlay's about to get broke.
Yeah, they found the man in his early 30s lying exhausted on the southern border bank at the Han River. And I guess they just found him washed up.
Poor guy.
Poor feller. Let's see. Next one. A man gets deer out of his trunk during a DUI stop.
Georgia.
Man gets a deer out of his trunk during a DUI stop.
Every time he does that, I think
There's-
he's saying the question back to me because he.
There's
thinks I'm an
lots of
idiot.
deer in Alabama. So I'm going to go with Alabama.
Alabama.
Sounds like something we do out here in Tennessee.
Yeah.
Hey, you need an Alabama butt. You need like a Forrest Gump, like
Button.
yeah, Alabama.
We heard you the first 2 times,
You don't
Spanky.
quit spitting across this table. I'm going to get a face shield.
He's
and start
Dusty
wearing
Rhodesing you over there.
This
You know you
happened.
like being spit
This
on.
happened in Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania cops watched as a man removed a live deer, a live one.
Oh, a live deer.
Yeah, from his trunk during his DUI stop. He actually crossed the road to release the struggling animal. The driver and her passenger said the vehicle hit the deer, which they thought was dead. They placed it in the trunk. It's unclear what they wanted to do with the deer, but they realized.
Wait, are you watching Tommy Boy?
No. This happened in Pennsylvania.
You know where I'm going at, right?
Oh, I've seen the movie.
That's Tommy Boy.
Pennsylvania's got a lot of deer. I remember when one went on the track one time during the
That
NASCAR
just
race.
shows
Got
me
hit.
way off the rails now. Did you see Davy Crockett, our mascot, this past Saturday?
I did.
He caught a live squirrel
Yeah, I did.
in Neyland Stadium and caught it.
Was it that guy's squirrel on his shoulder?
No.
No.
Free.
No, he caught a live squirrel.
Man arrested for drawing on sidewalk with sidewalk chalk. Man arrested.
I have no clue. That's the most absurd. I don't know.
That's California.
California love.
We ain't had Florida.
Florida. Happened in Texas.
Now
God
you would
bless
think
Texas.
them people are a little
That's
more
a First
strict.
Amendment violation right there.
Leon Valley has apologized after local police detained street artist Lakely Henson on May 15th. Body camera footage posted on social media shows the 36-year-old artist telling officers that his sidewalk chalk design was made in chalk and he would wash it away or the rain would hit it. But he was handcuffed and brought back to the police station. It was nothing bad either. Apparently, this is just what he does. 4 teens arrested for stealing Ronald McDonald statue.
Oh, not Ronald.
4 teens arrested for stealing Ronald McDonald statue.
Illinois, because it's probably gonna be the first Ronald McDonald.
Well, it sounds about right.
You just Google that.
No, really.
No, but that sounds right.
It's
I like
Illinois.
that.
It's Illinois.
Yeah.
Police
Well,
say...
Illinois is the first place.
I'm sorry, I'm a McDonald's expert.
Saying it was the first.
For anybody that's never been to McDonald's, it's a damn adventure, ain't it?
You could
With Spanky?
Yes.
Dadgum. I went with him one time, and that order had to been
I went
$45.
twice today. I went breakfast lunch.
You could greet the doors there for 30 minutes there.
His order was so big it took about 30 minutes to get the order to us.
It ain't that big. Today I just went simple. I just got 20 piece in
You
them.
got a 40-piece McNugget with 2 large fries and a Diet Coke.
No, I get
with
water.
with 2 Big Macs.
I get water. Everybody knows I get water, but no, I get 2 bacon McDoubles, no pickle, McChicken, a large water, and a 20 piece for later.
Police say surveillance video captured 3 of the suspects taking a $7,500 life-size Ronald McDonald statue from the restaurant. They allegedly drove up to the drive-thru and ordered food, while the other 3 jumped out of the vehicle and ripped it from the grounds and hid it in a nearby bush. They ordered 8 cheeseburgers and an ice cream cone, and they came back later and received the statue and got caught. That was Florida, Alabama, Georgia. Other. We'll be right back with our college football pick'ems.
Hey y'all, it's the Vawl Daddy. The C&D Tire Pros are your go-to experts for nearly all of your vehicle needs. Located in the heart of Oak Ridge at 164 Fairbanks Road, they've got a 4.8 out of 5-star rating, and that's very hard to do in the tire business. Tire installation, wheel alignment, wheel balancing, tire rotation, tire repair, brake changes, oil changes. Hell, they'll even paint your back porch. I've known Zach since he was in diapers. We went to church together. We went to school together. We played football together. And he's been changing tires since he's been in diapers. Give them a call today, 865-483-7455. Like them on Facebook. That's C&D Tire, 865-483-7455.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's your man here, the Spank. Like myself, D&M Fencing are the best in the business today. They can install wood, chain link, vinyl, picket, composed metal, barbed wire. Heck, bring them bamboo sticks, and they can install them things for you too. D&M Fencing, do it right the first time. Their numbers are 865-435-4515 or 865-387-1026. Give my friend Ted a call today. That's D&M Fencing.
All right, and we're back. Next, we've got our college and NFL football pick'ems. I got a draw out of the cup of misfortune for having the worst record last week. You want to shake it, or you trust me?
No, we're shaking this damn thing.
I can either do this, or I got to donate $25 to charity. By the way, Spur won the belt back.
Give me my belt.
Is that Steve Harvey?
What are you doing with my belt? I want it back. Did you not just hear that?
My name's Spur. What are you
Yeah,
talking about?
you wish.
All right, let's see what we got here.
Oh, gosh. Read it out loud.
Damn it. Wax your chest into a power T.
Yes.
I don't think
Yes, you can do it. Wax your
You
chest.
got
into
a
power
Josh
T.
Heupel tattoo on your leg, and you won't wax your chest into a power T?
Wax it? God, you could have done shave it, but you done wax it. That makes it even worse.
Oh, I didn't plan on getting this one.
I'd like to see him wax my chest in a power T.
Oh, man. I don't know. Can you buy wax at a store? Or you got to go somewhere.
Hell, I'll volunteer to do it for you. We'll get the
All right,
wax.
we'll do
We'll
it.
get the wax. Do it live on the air.
All right, that sounds good. Miranda says, do it. Oh, my God. All right, let's hit our pick'ems. Pick'ems are sponsored by D&M Fence Company. Game 1, Oregon versus
Do it right the first time.
Yeah.
Oregon versus Washington, Pac-12 championship.
I'm going to go with the Huskies on this one. Then put my pick in.
Oh my goodness.
Put my bet in.
I got Washington.
I need to make up some ground here, and I've said Washington's going to be in the playoffs all year long. Vegas knows something, or Oregon wouldn't be a 10-point favorite. There's going to be a lot of money going Washington's way, I have a feeling. But Vegas doesn't get that wrong too often by that much. So as much as I want Washington to win, give me Oregon.
Okay. Game 2.
Who have you got?
Oh,
I
I've got
know
Washington.
you
My
got
bad.
Washington.
Yeah, because
I'm trying to gain some ground here.
I've called it all year, so that's what I'm going to go with. Game 2, Oklahoma State versus Texas, Big 12 championship.
Texas.
The eyes of Texas are upon you. Welcome to the SEC.
Corbin.
What the hell? Screw Texas in the SEC. Texas, they're winning.
I've got Texas as well. Game 3, Georgia versus Alabama, SEC championship.
The hungry Alabama Crimson Tide.
I said it 6-7 weeks ago. Alabama's winning the SEC championship.
Wow, are we all taking Alabama to win this game?
You taking Bama?
I'm taking Bama.
I'm taking Georgia.
All right, there we go.
Don't want to, but I am. Game 4, Louisville versus Florida State, ACC championship.
This one's so interesting because we just don't know. I've not been impressed with Louisville for a while. I think they're the most overranked top 10 team right now. Well, they were top 10. They're not now since Kentucky beat them.
That's
Give
bad.
me,
You ain't even ranked. You're in the conference championship.
give me Florida State to somehow still win.
Give me the Seminoles. I hate to say it, but give me Seminoles.
Florida State in a close one.
I've also got Florida State. Game 5, SMU, Tulane, AAC championship.
I'm going to take Tulane.
I'm going to go with the former SEC school, and I'm going to go with Tulane.
Tulane.
And I've also got Tulane. Game 6, Michigan versus Iowa, Big Ten championship.
If Michigan can score more than 10 points to win the game, give me Michigan.
Michigan.
Give me Michigan.
That's all 4 Michigans. There's no way that Michigan's going to screw this up.
No.
All right, let's get an NFL Game 7. Let's go 49ers at Eagles.
I'm going. Now, look here, people. I have a big parlay
It's
this
at
weekend.
the Eagles.
I got a big parlay this
Told
weekend.
everybody this about 4 times.
I can win
already.
$2,000.
Picking with your heart right there.
No.
why you lose every week.
No, I'm going with the Eagles.
Brock Purdy's playing just as well as anybody in the NFL right now. The 49ers are back where they started the year. Give me the 49ers to win this game.
Philadelphia. But hold up. Smith is questionable both this weekend. So that and AJ Brown's questionable too. So
Everybody's questionable right now. It's Thursday midweek.
So you're going Eagles.
yeah.
And I've also got the Eagles.
All right, Bell on the ledge there. Catching up this week.
You got a shot. Game 8, Browns at Rams.
I got to watch the Browns play last week against my Broncos, and the Browns, they are hurting quarterback wise. They've had to get Joe Flacco out of free agency, out of retirement almost, come play quarterback for them. And I know the Rams are not playing good right now, but still, I'm gonna go with the Rams in this one.
Game's in L.A. Still a home game for the Browns because nobody cares about the Rams in L.A. Neither team's any good right now, but the Browns' defense is elite still.
Best in the NFL.
Yeah, give me the Browns in a defensive
I
struggle.
don't know, Myles Garrett. He got hurt on Sunday, so we'll see.
Give me the Browns. They're still in the playoffs right now.
Yep.
Go along then. There's
So
gonna
you
be
went Rams, right?
Yep.
And I went Browns as
That's
well.
what I got my money on.
Game 9, Lions at Saints.
I'm going to make this pick, and I know they're going to bite a Saints kneecap off on Sunday night. I'm going with the Lions.
I think the Lions are going to win this game. I think the Lions are going to be trouble in the playoffs.
It's going to be one of those. This is the NFL games for the week. Give me the Saints.
Oh, my. Oh, my.
Did you hear that, Kamal?
I've got the Lions as well. Game 10, Chiefs at Packers.
You know, this was this could have been an interesting game if Rodgers was still at the Packers, but I'm going with how about them Chiefs?
It's hard to pick against the Chiefs versus a 5-6 team. Give me the Chiefs on the road.
I just want to know is Taylor Swift going to be there?
I don't give a
I
damn
doubt
about
she's
Taylor
going to
Swift.
be over there in Lambeau that cold.
I don't know. She may be. Give me the Chiefs anyways.
I've also got the Chiefs. We're tight this week.
Yeah.
We are tight.
Hey, what about the Broncos and the Texans, everybody?
Who?
The Broncos and the Texans.
That'd be a
Who?
good game.
The Texans gonna beat the Broncos.
No, they ain't.
Who?
C.J. Stroud's a fucking man.
Hey, we got
But look
to
who the Texans have
Hey, we
played.
got a tiebreaker here to talk about. Total points.
Total number of points. Bama versus Georgia.
Total number of points. I'm gonna go. This is gonna be.
I'm going 54.
54. I'm going with a shootout. I'm going with 85.
Jesus.
Give me about 64.
This is going to be a damn 47, 30-something game.
What'd you have?
54.
Give me 53 because anything below that gives me the win on the points.
All right, Spur, let our listeners know one more time how to enter this giveaway.
Hey, we're going to put these games on Facebook. We'll hopefully do it tonight or tomorrow. And get your picks in before the first kickoff on Saturday. The winner's going to win a great prize pack brought to you by who, Luke?
D&M Fence Company.
That's right, D&M Fitness Company. We appreciate their support. We're going to win a gift card, baseball cards, football cards, and some cool decals. So,
Travis Duncan's not allowed to play no more. Just
yeah,
kidding.
Travis Duncan, you've won twice.
Thank you all for listening to us, whether it's live or after we publish this live on all podcast platforms. We'd love to hear back from you. We're growing fast on all of our accounts. So thank you all very much. And even though they're not playing, go Vawls. Well, basketball.
See you Saturday at the parade, guys. Go Vawls.